Da-da-da. It's a Wednesday morning. You're hanging out in the break room. Rochester's Classic Rock, 96.5 WCMF. How's it going, buddy?
Pretty good, buddy.
What's going on, female buddy?
Doing good, buddy.
64 degrees right now. Going to hit 70. That's our high today. And it's going to be rainy all day. A potential thunderstorm, depending on where you are, around between 7:30 and 8:30 this morning.
Okay.
So watch out for that. And it looks pretty pleasant for the rest of the week. High is 72 tomorrow, 77 Friday, 82 on Saturday, and then the rain comes back on Sunday. But we need it.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Boy, do we need it.
So dry. Drier than your grandma.
I'm okay with that. Do you want to
Ask Grandpa.
Do you want to
Grandpa ain't all happy about it.
Bro, what do you think Grandma and Grandpa are doing, man? Especially my generation of grandparents. Like, they didn't have sex for, 40 years up until they
That's
died.
what I want you to think, man.
Bro.
Grandpa was diddling.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
Hips far too fragile on women of that generation.
And around the holidays, he was backdoor Santa.
Okay. Well, let's take that and move it into a different direction.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Away from the back door?
Not backdoor Santa so much, but sexuality.
Oh.
So I'm at the gym yesterday.
Okay.
There's a
This is gonna
reason.
be a
Sexy at
weird
the gym?
transition.
Okay, no, let me explain.
I want to go back to the other thing.
Let's go back to backdoor Santa.
So, if you go to the gym, you got people you know that you don't know. Like gym people.
Well, you just kind of know.
Yes. No, I don't know them at all. I don't know your name. It's just you see each other.
But they're there all the time.
Yes, you see each other around the gym enough, and you're like, hi. So, now you feel like when you're, close to them, you have to have a conversation. This guy I'm about to describe to you, I know nothing about him other than what he looks like and what exercises he does. That's all I know, right?
All right?
So we're in the dressing room just by chance next to each other, getting undressed. I'm about to get in the shower, and we're talking, how's things, da-da-da. Again, we don't know each other. It's this weird thing you're forced you have to do.
All right.
So he takes off his shirt, and, around down the side of his neck, he's got, these red marks.
Oh.
And I go, oh, man, did you drop a weight on your neck?
How would you do that?
Well,
I'm surprised you said anything. I feel like I'd just be like, oh, that's weird.
It was,
Ooh,
I
look at
don't
your
want to point
neck.
it out. Yeah.
It was so alarming, I couldn't help
Sir.
myself.
Okay, so it's like you got hit really hard?
They were
bruised?
They were like red bruises down the side of his neck,
Jesus.
multiple. And I go, what, did you drop a weight on your neck?
Yeah.
And he goes, no, it's this girl.
What?
They're hickeys.
Adult hickeys.
He's a grown. Now,
Well, he admitted
Grown
that to you?
and he was like,
Lady hickeys.
he wasn't bragging. He was like, oh, no.
Why did you just say it's a rash and move on?
I know.
Well,
I would have just lied.
Well, I don't know. I'm standing next to him in a locker room. I don't know if you want to. I got a rash, everybody. Rash.
Yeah, what's worse at that point?
Got a rash.
So he admits he's dating some neck sucker?
Vampire?
Yeah, so he says this to me, and I don't know what to say because look, I'm with you. I realize I've made a mistake, and I
Yeah.
don't know you all that well, and I don't know how to have this conversation. So I'm just like, oh, and I'm just looking at him wide-eyed, and he goes, yeah, man, I don't know, I didn't know, I don't know. She just does it, and I don't know.
She's half gal, half guppy.
So, do adult women still give hickeys?
Apparently, yes.
When's the last time you had a hickey?
Oh, man, it was like high school.
Same with you, Kimmy?
Probably. Yeah. I don't recall the last time.
Yeah.
No, because I'm with you. I was thinking about this on the ride home yesterday from the gym, and I can't remember the last time I had.
Hickeys were pre-knob. You got a hickey before you ever got a knob.
Well, I mean, that was the thing, right? Hey, baby, you want
Yeah. Right. It was a gateway to your knobbage.
You got a hickey before you really knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of thought.
That's what I'm saying. It was like your
you're
introduction
new
to
this.
foreplay.
Yeah, it's not something you're doing on purpose most of the time.
But as a goddamn adult.
So, are there people that are into this? 252
Maybe
WCMF?
that's what it
like
is.
a fetish.
Well,
or just
okay,
a little pain.
He calls everything a
I know.
fetish.
Well,
and
that
it
would be
bothers me.
if you're an
I
adult
wouldn't call a
sucking
hickey a
necks. That's a
fetish.
fetish.
No, but here's what's weird. If this guy is telling the truth, because I get
Yeah.
maybe if he was into it, he's embarrassed, or he doesn't want to tell me. Because again, I don't know the
Things
guy.
got a little carried away.
Okay, but if it's the way he describes it, Kimmy, he doesn't like it.
No.
She likes giving them.
Yeah, that's weird.
Or she just never learned that people don't like it.
But you
Not
would-
everybody
Out
likes
of your
that.
whole life, somebody would have said,
but
what
who
are
would
you
tell
doing?
you? You'd have to be in a pretty comfortable relationship, I guess, for somebody to tell you, please stop.
But think about how hard you'd have to suck on someone's
I know.
neck
I
to
know.
leave him. And by the way, this guy, he looked like a cheetah. And
Yeah.
now that I'm thinking about it, they weren't just circles. The reason I thought he dropped weight on his neck is because they were
took up the whole.
they were
area.
mouth size. Yeah,
So she was working it. Yeah. Oh, man.
If you were with a woman,
Yeah.
because you were single for a long time,
Yeah.
based on the fact that you're unlovable.
Thank you. But I am hickable.
You're into this chick,
Yeah.
good looking,
Yeah.
great sex, but she keeps giving you hickeys. Would that be enough to stop it?
No.
No,
You would-
No,
you
I mean, I would.
wearing it.
I mean, if the whole menu. I mean, if we're having a good time in the sack, and if she wants to do that,
like every time though.
I'm not going to stop.
But you got to walk around explaining
Yeah.
what's on your neck.
That might be a problem.
No, that is a
He-
problem. That's
well,
what I'm saying.
But I
he
bet
does
you.
have turtlenecks now.
Yeah, it's true.
You could hide
No,
it if you wanted to.
You got to go back to when Tommy was single, when he had those giant collars, but he always kept them open, like he was like walking down the street in New York City in the '70s. Well, you can tell by the way I move my mouth. Like you would have to come into this room every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like if she's hot and she's like buffing the floor with your ass,
But okay,
you might. I
You
mean,
don't
if
think
it's
it would
good,
get old?
It may, but I would think it would take me a while to get there. I mean, most guys would probably put up with it if you're having a lot of fun with this
But
shit.
if you let her keep doing it, then you're never gonna say stop because now it's gone too far and
Yeah.
she thinks you like it.
But I never think that. I never
Yeah.
think through that stuff.
that's
so
why we're having this conversation now.
I say, who I think was into hickeys.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think I would. Yeah, I think I would let her do
You'd
it.
let her go-
I wouldn't be crazy about it, but I also wouldn't stop it.
You'd be a 45, 50-something-year-old man walking around with hickeys
And
all over his
depending
neck.
Well,
what-
you could tell her, hey, why don't you try this spot over here?
Well, now,
Like,
now you
move-
lost a nipple. She inhaled it.
But yeah, but like move off the neck.
okay, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah.
do that maybe just to cover it up, and I'll buy shirts with even huger collars. So when I put them on, I can't even hear.
I'm even thinking, like, depending on what job you have, imagine having to explain that to coworkers or
Yeah.
clients or
Yeah.
patients, whatever you do.
Yeah, if you're
for
a sales
living.
guy going around like that, yeah.
Well, and to your point, Kimmy, like I know, like Tommy's the only man that pulls off turtlenecks, right? And he doesn't
Yeah.
even pull them off; he just wears them.
Yes.
Like when it comes to men's outfits, if that is above a
Yeah,
collar,
you don't have much. You can't do much.
how do you hide it? You can't
unless
put on
you get
makeup.
really good at makeup.
But how would you do that? How am I going to explain why I have concealer in my car? That's going to be a little suspicious.
Yeah.
And this woman's giving me hickeys and leaving me marks. I don't want to know what she's going to do when she's mad.
But I think most guys, if she was really doing it for them, would just let it happen, even if they didn't like it.
All right, let's take it a step further.
All right.
252 WCMF, 252-9263. This guy in the gym, I know, yesterday, he's getting undressed next to me. He's got these marks on the side of his neck.
Yeah.
And it was so jarring. I was like, whoa, did you drop a weight on your neck? He's like, no.
Drop a weight on
I'm telling you, man, it looked like he looked like battle scars.
Yeah.
No, this girl I'm with, give me hickeys. Like, he wasn't even, it was just sentence fragments. Girl I'm with, hickeys. I don't know. Would you stay with a woman that marked your body in any way? Scratches, slaps. Because again, I know that we walk around with clothes on, but I think you're underestimating how many times and what parts of your body are exposed. Like,
Well, I'm trying to think of what I would tolerate, basically.
well, let's say she's into it. Like, she's going to, throw you around a little bit. And for you, you're easily throwable.
Yeah. It's like she wanted to scratch me.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
like, it just happens. It's not like
Or bites you.
yeah, biting. I mean, there are some women in the throngs of passion that the teeth come out, the nails come out.
Well, I don't want to, hit an artery here, but I don't have a very high threshold of pain, so I could take a little bit.
Well, plus,
like a spanking or something.
well,
I don't
it's
know.
not so
Well,
much.
you wouldn't see that.
Not so much the pain in the moment, just the marks that are left behind.
Yeah.
Now, you bring up the spank, Kimmy. I mean, you could get a crack across the face, and she leaves a mark behind there.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be fun. Like crack in the face. No.
Now,
No,
every
no,
woman that's
no.
ever met you has had
I
a
know.
fetish
People would
about
cheer for that.
cracking you in the face.
Why? I worry about my teeth and everything.
Have you ever, Kimmy? Have you ever left a mark on a guy?
I don't
Crushed
think
souls.
so. I mean, I don't think so, but I'm sure, like, as a teenager, I left a hickey.
Okay, that's it. So hickey would be as
No,
extreme
yeah,
as
like,
that.
I never bit anybody.
Yeah, you can't bang Southern women without getting banged up yourself. You're gonna get scratched and dented just like a pickup.
Well, you know what they say.
What's that?
Rubbin's racing.
Oh, you know it, buddy.
No, because there are some women, and I know you've experienced this too, and I don't know how common this is for other men, where they don't realize how violent they are
Yeah.
in the moment. And like
Until,
you-
like, you look at the aftermath.
no, you'll even notice it in the moment. You will notice it as a man, but like Tommy said, if things are going well, you don't want it to stop.
Right.
Like there have been a couple of occasions where it was like, ow, 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 but I'm not going to yell, ow, 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 ow. I'm just like riding, like, please stop, please stop, please stop.
I always figure like when it got like that with a girl, like she was with a bigger guy before, so like I'm small, so like she doesn't realize like what she's doing to me, like because like in a big dude like
you think it hurts more on you than it does that other
yeah,
guy?
because I'm thinking like if
Like,
it's
you
a
could
guy
take a
his
bite
cat
better?
size,
Yeah.
he's a big guy, right?
Could
But
you
I'm
never
little.
do an impression of me doing that ever
No,
again?
but like if she's grabbing my
this me?
shoulders or like, but if she's like pumping on me hard or something, I figure like she must have had like a big dude before.
I love how he goes, she must have been with a bigger dude. Like, there's a smaller dude she could have
Well,
been
like,
with.
travel-sized dude.
Every dude she's ever been with in the history of woman has been bigger than you. Ever. No, because there have been times where I've been hurt.
I guess an injury to your skin is going to hurt you no matter what size you are. Anything that's going to leave a mark is going to sting.
I mean, like, have you ever had blood drawn? Like, have they ever drawn blood when they were doing it?
No.
Okay. Because I didn't realize it.
How did that happen?
It was just scratching. Like,
Okay.
she scratched. She
Yeah,
was scratching.
but you got blood on
Well,
it.
on my
know.
back. Now, I didn't realize that it wasn't like a wide open cut. It was like, it was
Yeah,
bleeding
scratch
through
it,
the
yeah.
scratch. But I had a white. I'll never forget this. I was
Yeah, you
wearing.
probably left a mess behind.
Well, I was wearing a white Celtics T-shirt. So I'd gone over. Things happened. Whatever. And I left. And I got home.
You must look like OJ on a date.
Bro, I took my T-shirt off and I throw it on my
Yeah.
ground, and I'm like, oh my god! Like there's just these lines of
No.
blood across
Oh
the back
my
of my
God.
T-shirt. I just
Yeah.
throw the T-shirt out. I couldn't get the blood
Slasher.
out. But yeah, but how do you go back to that person? Because you're not in a relationship
No.
with them,
No.
right? And I'm not gonna say like stop because I don't want this to end,
Right.
So,
So you just muscle through it.
yeah, but like I had to make a conscious choice to wear a dark shirt every time. I'm not even making that up. Like when I was getting dressed, like
Were you
okay.
dressing like Tiger on Sunday? Going for blood, baby.
We got messages on Facebook coming in. You can always get us at the WCMF or the Break Room Facebook page. This comes in from Dan. Dan says, my wife still gives hickeys. I've asked her not to, but I think she likes to do it, which is weird. 'Cause
Marks you.
I would be the one
Ooh.
getting the pleasure, not her. That's a good theory, Kimmy.
This man is taken, everybody.
Is that what it is?
Could be. I don't think, though, when you're caught up in the moment, that's necessarily what she's thinking about.
I'm trying to figure who's getting pleasure out of a hickey.
Well,
I'm not. You're just sucking on my neck. Who's
well, there are people that are very sensitive, like when things get going.
like an erroneous zone?
Well, I always
erogenous zone?
I thought it was erroneous.
Did you call it? Did you
Erroneous zone.
sincerely try to contribute to the conversation?
Yes, I did.
Erroneous zone.
Yeah, erroneous.
Erroneous zone was one of the worst Italian race car drivers that ever walked this planet. Erroneous zone, he says. You're the dumbest man I've ever met.
I think I'm having a heart attack.
I think more stroke based on erroneous zone.
Race driver.
Kimmy, you were saying
I was gonna say, I kind of always figured if a woman was into being a little bit rough like that,
Yeah.
if she always had to find somebody that was also into it too, otherwise it was never gonna work.
But there's only one way to find
And
out.
and I think even if you get to that point, that couple has to establish boundaries and stuff for it to really
I don't
be a
think guys will
long-term
talk about
thing.
it. I don't think guys are going to just sit there and take it.
I'm with Tommy. Unless you are in serious pain,
Yeah.
you're not going to say
Yeah.
anything. You're just going to let it happen.
So I told you I worked with this one kid when I was working in the grocery business.
Yeah.
And he would go home for lunch. And apparently the chick he was with, they were into this stuff. And he would come back red.
But he was into it too.
Obviously, because she must have been choking him. I don't know what the hell she was doing to this kid. But he kept going back for it, man, because 3-4 times a week, this kid looked like a hothouse tomato. And you could see her hand marks on him. And he was like a redheaded kid from Boston.
Oh, so that was going to stand out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's funny you bring that up. What? Because you're right. There are guys that are into being choked or slapped around. And
Yeah.
stuff.
I would think a guy like that would have to find a woman that's into that, because even if a woman was willing to try it, I don't know if you can become that person.
I don't know, man. I think y'all would love to work us all over.
Yeah, I think
every one of you want to slap us around.
No, and he's right. If I told my wife I want you to really lay in, I wouldn't even have to finish a sentence.
Yeah, pow!
How was that? You like that?
Going in the basement looking for a baseball bat.
But
Work you over like Paulie Walnuts.
or erroneous zone with that famous Italian mobster.
I hear he was connected. That's why he won all those races in Le Mans.
Race car driver. But you brought up the whole thing you're not going to say anything, Tom, because you don't want it to end.
Right.
But there would have to be a line
Yeah.
where I can't take this anymore. All right. So same girl
Yeah.
that we were talking about before. She's leaving the marks on your neck. You said you'd let it go. All right. During sex down the road, she starts choking you.
Yeah.
Would you tell her to stop?
Nah, I need the breath, man.
I need
I
the
need the
breath.
breath.
Well, yeah, she's not going to choke you out, but she's
Choking would be the worst.
So choking, you would say in the moment, stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pansy. Can't take it. Not a man. Oh, these little girl hands are going to strangle me, choke me out. Help me. Oh, no, it's Ronda Rousey's going to take me out. I don't like it. Give me, what's a more modern female UFC fighter? Okay.
Honestly, I don't know.
Ronda Rousey will stick with that one because that's the only female UFC fighter. Bitch ass bitch.
I mean, I've been assaulted a few times by women.
Yeah, but
Now,
not during sex.
No, it wasn't. It was like, they wanted to F me up.
Yeah, but they were sexually aroused after they did it to him.
But the pain, to legitimately get slapped by a woman's backhand when you don't expect it. To this day, I feel it. Like when I think about like her knuckles hitting my face, like I could, and it's weird. I can feel that.
Well, they do say, Tommy, it's the punch you don't see that knocks you out.
I can still hear the wind in the hand coming at my face.
Do you think, though?
That was at Perkins.
Great advertisement, by the way, you just did. Go to Perkins. Knuckles across the back of your face.
I wonder, though, if people are going into relationships or hookups kind of knowing this ahead of time, just based on like what you can look for with dating apps and stuff. Like you can easily find somebody else that wants that, or they put it in like their profile, like this is what I'm into.
Okay.
Do they do that though?
Like you can probably connect with people based on like just based on what app you're joining or what dating service you're joining.
So you can prep for the pain that night.
Yeah, but again, like
take a couple of Darvis set.
Like we found out there are like kink clubs and groups that people can go to if they're into certain things and they want to find like-minded people.
Right. You're right. We found out we had the biggest sex dungeon east of the Mississippi in Rochester.
Yeah, how about that?
It's here. So put that on our Visit Rochester pamphlets.
It's the Astrodome of Pain.
Always 72 degrees. Oh, we got a dynamite Astrodome of Pain kind of break for you this morning here on CMF. It's Wednesday. You know what that means.
Oh, hate.
Hey, man of the week. We have an update on the story that actually inspired this letter, and it came yesterday. The Rochester City School District has not paid 150 of its employees.
They've stiffed.
Yes, for the work that they've done. And when you say it like that, it's not like the district is intentionally not paying.
Yeah, but when you don't, but if you're on the end, well, the no check, you feel like you got stiffed.
Understood. Look, I get it. I just want to be clear. It's not like the city's like, F you, I'm not paying.
Gotcha.
We'll explain everything, because it turns out the story that we talked about 2 weeks ago, the people that were being affected by that, still being affected.
So who's the guy that you can scream at?
Nobody, and that's the problem.
I mean, is that the mayor? Because the city. Is that the superintendent?
It has nothing to do with the district, the town, the city, nothing. And we'll explain.
Man, look at this.
But there was one man looking at these people not being paid for the work they've done, and they're going, and this man is saying, you're doing it wrong.
Oh.
Because to everyone listening, if you are going to your job to go collect a paycheck, well, son, you already screwed up.
Oh,
and we'll get to it just after 8 o'clock here in the break room on CMF, plus a whole bunch more. But first, Thomas, it is not your imagination. There are more food recalls over the last couple of months than there have been previously.
What are they pulling back now?
Well, if you bought shrimp from Walmart, you're going to want to bring that back.
If you bought shrimp, if you went to Walmart for shrimp,
I don't think it's that uncommon.
Okay.
People looking for a deal.
You hear how snotty
I know.
bitches.
You went to Walmart for shrimp.
I had some delicious Walmart shrimp last night. May not be as delicious as yours, but it's tasty.
I can't feed family of four.
Open up that bag, found 4 blasting caps.
So we've had food recalled for bacteria.
Yeah.
We've had food recalled for like wood or metal.
Yeah, sure. So what's in the shrimp? A couple of redheads?
How do I put this? What's in the shrimp?
Is it scary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it rare?
I hope so.
I mean, is it this rare in general?
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't stumble upon this thing normally.
No.
Okay, but it's in the shrimp.
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll explain everything.
Okay.
Let's put it this way. If you're going to eat this shrimp, you might want to put a Fallout suit on first.
Oh, maybe it's preheated already.
We'll get into it next on CMF. our job is the news.
Yeah.
Right? We consume the news.
Yeah.
We have our fun spins and takes on it. So we've seen every headline there is known to mankind.
Yeah, pretty much.
Until you haven't, because I'm going to be honest with you. Never in a million years did I think I would turn on the national news and see this headline. Because if you have this food in your freezer, and you may, you want to listen, you need to take it back immediately. Immediately. Because there are some food recalls that people will mess with.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll take my chances.
Yeah. Do not take your chances with this.
Wow.
You're hanging out in the break room, Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5, WCMF, just after 6:45. Someone could steal your wallet.
Oh, sure.
Someone could steal your car. But, no one could steal your house, right?
Well, how would they?
We have a story.
Take them a while.
We have a story that happened out in Ontario County where a man owned some property until he didn't anymore.
Oh.
And we'll get to it just after 6:45 here in the break room on CMF. What I am about to read you is verbatim a real headline that exists in the world right now.
So what happened? Real shocker.
All right. Walmart recalls great value shrimp after FDA warns of risk of radioactive contamination. This is a real story that is happening right now in the world. Walmart is recalling nuclear shrimp. So before we get into this actual story, now we've talked about how it is not your imagination. Over the last few months, there have been way more food recalls than there have in the past.
Okay.
Some of these food recalls have been really bad. For example, the Boar's Head Deli meat not only shut down deli counters across the country for like a week, people died. It was very bad. Yeah. But in a million years, I never would have imagined that stores would be selling nuclear shrimp.
Radioactive shrimps.
Okay. So here's the thing. As of now, there are no confirmed radioactive shrimp that have made.
They got ahead of it.
Yeah, they made
so
it.
I don't think anybody's consumed any of this radioactive.
It's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying right now there are no confirmed radioactive shrimp that made it to stores. The reason this was caught, the frozen shrimp were imported from an Indonesian company that are sold at Walmart.
Teddy.
Okay.
What are you doing, Teddy?
So apparently when these shrimp were coming over, they set off alarms that are meant to detect things for terrorism.
Oh, okay, like a dirty bomb.
Yeah, so the shrimp can be contaminated with a radioactive isotope called cesium-137.
It's one of my favorite. CC-137.
They say they're doing this over an abundance of caution. It was detected in a single shipment of frozen shrimp from Indonesia. They say that shipment did not enter U.S. commerce. However, it does seem they can't be sure that other shrimp that would have come from this place that already got through hasn't been contaminated. So here you go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
If you bought great value frozen shrimp with a Best By date of March 15th, 2027, you are going to want to go online and check the code on your bag to make sure you don't have fat man or little boy sitting in your freezer right now.
I remember that it was the day, March 27th, when Grandpa ate him some radioactive shrimp. Grandpa's got a glow. He got it from the Walmart store.
This is how comic books start.
Yes.
Yeah,
then he becomes like
Shrimp
radioactive
boy.
man.
Yeah. But what would you do is what
turns into a giant shrimp.
You'd be Atomic Boy.
No, but there's no shrimp benefits I would
You
get.
can now breathe underwater.
Or like Spider-Man gets a web, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the shrimp wouldn't be cool.
They're not like super strong. They don't even have arms, man.
Yeah.
I would also think with something like seafood, like any recall, you should probably take a little bit more seriously than
you
your
never
average
mess with
recall. Like
seafood.
I would never mess with seafood, period.
No, I agree with you. I agree.
Hey, when you buy seafood, it's on the brink of killing you. Think about that. So, like, anything
like
after that.
If you get pregnant, like that's the first thing they tell you to avoid.
No, all of these are fair statements. However, I don't think there is a food that exists where if somebody came to me and said, hey, before you put that in your mouth, that might be radioactive.
Yeah, I'm out.
Where I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to roll the dice here.
Yeah.
All right, so I have a serious question.
What's that?
And we are not smart people, but we live in a town of smart people.
Oh, yeah, we
right?
do.
People that understand science. We got a lot of big science colleges here in Rochester. Let's say I have a bag of radioactive shrimp that I have purchased.
Yeah.
And it's been sitting in my freezer for a while. If I was handling the bag of radioactive shrimp,
Just handling it.
Am I gonna get? Can I get sick? Is there like a long-term effect?
But it's sealed up. You didn't
touch it.
open it.
Yeah, but I mean, it was detected in.
But you bought it. You put it in the car.
I bought it. I carried
threw
it
in the
around.
freezer.
Yeah, you got it. Brought it home. Put it in there.
You're fine.
I feel like they would tell you.
Can you move your hand like this? You're fine. You're not
broken.
radioactive.
It's not broken, and you don't.
Yeah, you're fine.
You don't have a tumor.
I feel like they would also warn you, like if you touch the bag, also wash your hands.
Well, you
out.
also may not want to incite panic in people.
But you might start.
Yeah, but again, don't tell people, right? If
But
they
I'm
get
think-
it without even eating it.
But if you handled it, I mean, unless you start feeling weird, you wouldn't think it.
Well, but what's feeling weird? I don't know.
Well,
what,
I mean, like you feel sick because you're poisoned with radioactive material.
Well, I don't know what radioactive poisoning, radiation poisoning feels like.
Okay, so I did see the movie Chernobyl. It didn't look good.
Okay, thank you.
If that's based on reality, it looked pretty horrifying.
Okay, no, I get that if a
Your
nuclear
skin might start to
reactor.
look a little
Like
irritated.
Boris started to melt
No, I
pretty
got.
quick.
I don't think you're getting that from a bag of shrimp.
Well, I don't know, but like maybe a touch of that, maybe a touch of what Boris got.
No, okay. Furthermore,
You
let's
think shrimp is scary?
say
Yeah.
in a hypothetical situation, some of this radioactive shrimp did get through,
Right.
and you have a bag of this radioactive
Right.
shrimp, and you bring it back to Walmart. What's Walmart gonna do with
Do they
it?
want it back because it's radioactive?
It says bring it back to where you bought it.
Well, that makes it sound like it's
I would
not a
just-
good idea.
It also says
They should just give everybody a check.
okay, you ready for this? And here's where it gets a little scary when you go, they would have told you. Quote, what should you do if you bought the shrimp? Consumers who bought the shrimp, cited in the FDA notice, should throw it away. So,
Okay, how do I get my refund?
Okay, well,
Because don't forget, it's also been in a Walmart truck, a warehouse, a
Yeah, it's
store.
Oh,
been
t-
like
many
it's
places.
so
The freezer.
If it's been leaking, it got into all that.
okay, so I'm going to read you a quote here from the FDA.
Yeah,
The cesium-137, that's a radioactive material,
number one, baby.
detected in the imported shrimp, sits below the threshold of levels of concern for imported food. The product at this level would not pose an acute hazard to consumers. However, the FDA noted that repeated low-dose exposure to this carries an elevated risk of cancer resulting from damaged DNA living within the cells of the body.
Okay, what does all that mean?
It means that, I guess, what they're saying is,
It can't kill you right away, but it could give you
well,
cancer.
if you
eventually.
kept eating it over and over and over again.
If
So,
I
like,
serve it with rice, is that like
Balance it
negate-
out?
Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
The starch of the rice pulls the radioactive
That's what
material
I'm
out.
thinking, right? Soaks it all up.
Okay, so avoiding products like this
Radioactive products.
is a measure to reduce exposure to low-level radiation. All right, I guess then, if they're saying it's not dangerous, right? Like nothing bad is going to happen to me. I can just throw it away. It's fine.
Right.
Whatever. How much of that shrimp would I have to eat where it becomes a legitimate health hazard?
Oh, I'm assuming like you eat a bag of shrimp.
Well, no, because it says long-term
Yeah, like, what, maybe
exposure.
Oh.
Serving? Oh.
I don't know.
Well, that okay. I
What
know
does that
you don't.
mean? Like I ate it, so it's in my body, or like I keep being exposed to shrimp?
See, when I read it, I'm going to read you the quote
Right.
again. All right, the FDA noted that repeated low-dose exposure to cesium-137 carries an elevated risk of cancer resulting from damage to DNA living within
All
the
right,
cells
so
of the body.
repeated means I ate a bunch of it.
That's what I hear.
Okay.
That's what I hear. But like, so all right, how many
How many shrimp?
radioactive shrimp do I have to eat?
Like a skewer of them, right?
No, I think it means like you'd have to eat like bags of it.
Oh, all right.
But I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, but they also don't say how they think the shrimp got radioactive.
No, they don't.
That would help. Like maybe not fish around there anymore.
Well, they may
by
be-
the power plant.
Well, it could also be something that came across it in the middle of it
again,
being
packaging
prepared.
or something.
Okay,
Yeah.
again, why?
I don't know.
I'm assuming like was this shrimp swimming around and picked it up then
It's a good
in the
question.
water?
Well, so I've also read, Kimmy, can you Google this for me? That sometimes bananas are slightly radioactive and like
Yeah, but they're so cheap, bro. 49
large
cents. I'll take the risk.
large quantities of bananas can also set off these detectors when they're
Oh.
coming in.
Because
from the United
when they
States.
gas them.
I know. I think it's the bananas themselves.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Radioactive
Okay,
banana
so
be a great
it
name
says
for
a small
baseball
fraction
team.
of all potassium is radioactive, so it's naturally
In potassium?
radioactive, but not to a harmful degree.
Oh.
But is it the same thing that we're talking about here? Cesium. cesium?
Can I eat it with one of them lead vests they give you when you take an X-ray?
As long as you put it over right.
Yeah, okay.
Because of the starch. Troy writes us on Instagram, Duffy on WCMF, the easiest way to get us. Signs of radiation poisoning. Short stature, thinning hair, bad jokes, trash suits, and bright shoes.
Oh, thank God.
25
Dodge that bullet.
252 WCMF, a man that is smarter than us. Maybe he knows something.
Who's that?
Talking about this radioactive shrimp
Yeah?
that has been recalled by Walmart. Jeremy's on CMF. Hey, Jeremy, how are you, buddy?
Oh, the dark cloud.
In the radiation world, there is actually something we call a dosage of bananas. So how many bananas would you have to eat in order to get a dosage of radioactive substance?
Okay.
So that is an actual thing that people talk about and take seriously. If you read the report on this, it doesn't seem like that the shrimp ate something like uptaking food to ingest the cesium. It seems like it was prepared in such a terrible place that God knows what was laying around. And it said it's in insanitary conditions. And the cesium is probably the worst, the least of your worries. It was prepared in such a way that, it's just dirty and awful. So I wouldn't eat it just based on that.
Oh, wait, he's talking about Steve Shrimp and nuclear bomb.
Emporium.
Yeah, here you go. You've been out there? Got a deal on shrimp and plutonium.
Yes.
That's all I got, Dick.
Jeremy, thanks for the information, buddy. Have a good rest of the day. He does make a good point.
What?
If it's being prepared in a place that could have radioactive material,
What?
Yeah.
there's definitely pubes in there.
Well, but hold on.
Shrimp?
Most of the seafood you probably eat comes from overseas.
Yeah.
So it's all this, probably the same factory
This is also
style
like the cheapest
stuff.
of cheap shrimp, I'm guessing.
Well, it's coming from Walmart. They buy it in bulk, but how come none of this stuff is set off this detector
Yeah.
before?
I don't know.
How bad is it getting?
Getting pretty rough out there, bro.
All right, so I guess the moral of the story is beware of your shrimp from
Yes.
Indonesia.
Check your shrimp.
There you go.
Each
Yeah.
shrimp could be your last.
All right, let's take a break. When you think of the things that can get stolen, your house is not one of them.
Yeah, how would they do that?
Well, unless you live in a trailer and they put it on the back of something.
Well, you do have wheels.
But there is a man out in Ontario County that found out the hard way that is not the case. And in fact, he is not from Ontario County or doesn't live there. But the property was there. And this scam, which is, to give these people credit, brilliant, was pulled off with a legitimate company
So
that had no idea.
he lost his house then?
He lost land.
Okay.
And it seems like if he wants to get it back,
Yeah.
there's going to be a process.
Oh.
We'll get into it next here in the break room on CMF. your wallet can be stolen.
Oh, sure.
Your car can be stolen.
Damn straight.
But your house as a whole, safe where it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like someone can, like, pull up a flatbed and, like, tow it away.
Right.
Well, it turns out where you live or what property you own may not be as safe as you think.
So it's up for grabs.
Well, as long as, Tommy, there are people like this willing to do what they did.
So what's the move?
It's actually pretty remarkable.
It would have to be.
You're hanging out in the break room, Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5, WCMF. Just after 7 o'clock this morning, you were once a teenager.
Yes.
And most of us, when we were teenagers, had like low-level jobs that had very little at stake.
Yeah.
But at those jobs, all of us made awful mistakes.
Sure.
In fact, I'm sure there is one mistake you made at a job as a teenager that to this day stands out in your head. Because there is a woman who was part of a story in a local publication that tells about the worst day she ever had as a teenage employee.
Oh.
And it's a reminder that maybe we should all have a little more patience when we go out. And we'll get to it just after 7 o'clock here in the break room on CMF. Tommy?
Yeah.
This morning, there was a man from Texas who had some land in our area
Oh.
stolen from him.
A land snatching?
That's exactly what happened. The vacant land out in Ontario County was sold without his knowledge, and it's now caused a massive mess.
But wouldn't they have to have that guy's signature to sell the house?
who sold it?
Man, a signature. How could you get that?
I don't know.
But like, did somebody just come in and say, "This is my land now, and I want to sell it"?
So
like,
that-
how did that? Who sold it?
Allow me to explain.
Yeah.
Authorities say unknown scammers used a fake ID to impersonate the man who owned the land and start pitching it to potential buyers. And they found a buyer, Gerber Homes.
Wait. Oh, the developer.
Legit home building
Yeah.
development
Wow.
company.
Yeah.
But the scammers were not done. They forged several documents, including the deed to the land, and it all went through. In fact, as we speak, the legitimate, like, government-issued deed to the land is in the name of the new owners, not the guy who owned the land in the first place.
But the amount of people, take the scam out of it. The amount of people that had to have looked at this
Yep.
and didn't catch it
Well, I mean,
is
they-
astonishing because, like, that's a major developer of homes. Like, they do this for a living.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they got swindled.
They got.
And then, like, all the legal stuff, and
Yep.
then the town has to,
Right.
the documents. Holy Christ, man.
They managed to pull it all
It's
off.
genius.
The scammers scored $35,000.
Goddamn.
And there's nothing in the story about them being arrested. They,
So they kind of just took off, disappeared.
yeah, they may have
So they
managed-
already got their
because-
bank. They already got their check and
gone.
split.
It's gone.
So did they have face-to-face interactions?
That I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's a good question. I mean, I would imagine, well, I guess you could fax signatures back and forth. And this
Yeah.
guy lives in Texas, so that could be his excuse. I'm not there, so I
Yeah.
can't meet with you face to face. Even more frustrating
Yeah.
for the guy who owns this land. County officials out in Ontario County say it's going to take time and a judge's ruling to restore the ownership of the land to him. So right now, this property is in this weird limbo where technically it is owned by Gerber Homes, but they're not going to build anything, obviously, because they realized they were part of this scam.
Right.
We're victims of the
They
scam
posed
as well.
as him, so he's out the coin and the property
Well, here's the thing, though.
at the moment.
He's going to get the land back, it sounds like. That means it sounds like Gerber
Yeah,
is
somebody's out.
$35,000 unless there's some kind of insurance that covers them.
Okay.
Phone number is 252-WCMF, 252-9263. Did either of you guys know this was a thing?
No, I wouldn't think it's. I wouldn't think it's impossible because at some point somebody's going to figure it out.
I would think that it could happen on more of like a, like on a smaller level. I wouldn't think that a developer would
Hey.
get scammed by something like that, like something to that, that level, that amount of money. I would think it would be tougher to pull off than just like a private residence
Yeah.
that somebody scammed somebody.
What they do for a living.
Sure. How easy is it to forge these documents? Like you said, there's a process along the way. People have to sign off on
Right.
stuff. There's
Yeah.
government, there's private,
There's a
lawyers.
bank.
Exactly.
Like the banks would have to
Yeah.
Unless they pay cash.
That would be a
Yes.
flag, but
No, Gerber would have paid cash.
they probably don't.
I don't know.
I'm just assuming they don't pay cash.
well, I mean, you cut a check for him and just
Oh,
send it
okay,
along the
yeah.
way, right?
But still, that would have to. Yeah.
Could something like this happen to someone's house?
Oh, I don't see
Why
why
not?
not. Yeah.
I mean, you would be.
I thought that this has happened to some extent with renters
Yes.
at least. Yeah.
So for those who haven't seen this scam before, there will be scammers. They will take a picture of a random house. They will put it up on Craigslist or whatever place like that.
Yeah.
And they will get people to put a deposit down before they tour the apartment. And the excuse will be, listen, I own the home. I live out of town. I can't let you in, but it's open. As soon as, everything clears, I will send you the key and the apartment is yours. And they send them a fake key. They try to go and boom, they've been scammed.
But the property didn't change hands.
It did not. In this case,
this is like the property changed hands.
Yes, signed off on.
God damn.
I wonder if this has happened to like abandoned homes or homes people aren't living in. Or is somebody like poses as the owner and somebody buys a house that they think that they own and it turns out they didn't.
But again, how much value is it in those houses? I mean,
I'm thinking of the expensive houses would be somebody that has a house here, has a house in Florida. Mm-hmm. They close up the joint for the winter, go south.
Yeah.
The house just sits there.
Yeah.
And if nobody's checking it out, it's wide open.
If I have access,
and those would be pretty nice houses if you're a snowbird.
No, agreed. But let's walk through this, and obviously don't do this because it's super illegal. And if these people get caught, they're in serious trouble. Again, 252 WCMF 252-9263. A man in Texas who owned some vacant land in Ontario County had the land stolen from him. Stole after a couple of scammers created a fake ID in his name, forged a whole bunch of documents, and sold the land without his knowledge to the Gerber Home Company.
Yeah.
$35,000 they made. They've split. They don't know where they are. Meanwhile, the land, officially according to the county, belongs to Gerber.
Yeah.
Even though it's going to eventually, looks like, go back to this guy. It's going to take a court ruling and a whole bunch of time. If I have a key to somebody's house, like a family member, this would be pretty easy to pull off, right?
The lease. But, yeah, I mean, you would have to know the fundamentals of how this stuff works so you don't get pinched.
I would just have to fake an ID
of
them, right? I would have to create a deed to the house, and that's it.
Right.
Right? What else would I need?
And then they buy it from you, but they would go to their bank to get a loan.
Unless I go, look, cash-only sale.
Okay, there would have to be something like that.
Kimmy can back me up on this. There's plenty of people who
Yeah.
are like, yeah, sure, I'll pay you whatever you want. And look, in desperate times,
That would have to be that scenario would have to like all fall into place.
but I mean, it's not that uncommon right now.
You're right.
In desperate times, always show a rise in scam.
Yeah, everybody's jumping at anything they can grab.
252 WCMF 252-9263. Let's talk to Kevin. Hey, Kevin, how are you, buddy?
Doing well, guys. Thank you.
All right, what do you got for us?
I was calling in because this is a real thing happening all over the place. Even some of the companies that sell you ID protection are offering like deed protection now, so that if this happens, you've got some insurance there to cover you.
Okay, but here's the thing. I would think that once the scam is uncovered, like it's pretty obvious I have been ripped off. Why do I need insurance for that? Like, go back and put it the way it was before, you dicks.
Yeah, it's just paperwork.
Yeah, but it can be done without your knowledge even until it's over with, you know?
Okay.
I think just about anybody can go to like the county clerk's office where your deeds are registered and at least start the transaction.
Maybe we should stop that. Where anybody can just walk in and go, hey, I got this house over here I want to get rid of.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I got a lot of houses I want to get rid of.
See this neighborhood? All mine.
Want to get rid of it, unload this crap.
City of Rochester, own every house. Kevin, thanks for the call, buddy. Have a good rest of the day. See, I would feel, here's how dumb I am.
Yeah.
I would feel like I'm getting scammed if someone's like, hey, let me sell you deed insurance. Also, how about backyard water insurance? And you need to go talk to the wallet inspector.
Yeah.
252 WCMF. Let's talk to Troy. Hey, Troy, how are you, buddy?
Good, how you doing?
Good. What do you got, Troy?
So I read another article about the same thing that happened. Some guy was out of town. He owned property here, and he had his childhood house on it. Some scammers sold the property with the house on it to a development company. The development company demolished his childhood house that he still owned.
Oh, my God.
Built $1 million house on it, realized they got scammed, and they had to give up that $1 million house.
So who got the house? The guy that originally owned the property?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, come knock my house down, man.
But that's
Well,
his
but that's his
childhood
childhood
home.
home. There's a reason.
Where's
he
that
was
family
keeping
going
it.
anyway?
Well, yeah, they did get scammed like this.
And they left town.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Troy, thanks for the call, buddy. Have a good rest of the day.
What if you couldn't afford the home they built?
Yeah,
You'd
think
end
of-
up having to
Oh,
sell
the
it
taxes.
anyways, probably.
The taxes, but the taxes.
Didn't even think about the taxes. No,
or
she's
just the
right.
upkeep, you know?
Oh, the upkeep.
I wouldn't want the upkeep.
Oh, too much.
You know, what maybe the most alarming part of these scams that we're hearing about,
Yeah.
for how complicated it is, it does feel really easy to pull off. Because let's say I'm going to buy land, a cabin, a lake house.
Yeah,
somewhere, right?
nice.
It would not even cross my mind until just now that the person trying to sell it to me did not own it.
Yeah.
Like, until I saw this.
It wouldn't be that hard to fake, right?
Yeah. Well, like, until I saw this story just now, I didn't know that you could fake and forge these documents.
Right.
And again, keep in mind, the story says the scammers had a fake ID with the rightful owner's name and picture on it. So if you did get suspicious and go, well, let me see some ID, that wouldn't save you.
Yeah.
You'd still get scammed. It seems borderline impossible to catch someone that would be doing this to you.
Yeah, as long as they're a good actor, right? Because let's say you drove out to the property, and he's there, he's the owner, and he walks you through the joint. He's already been in there and cased the joint.
Yeah.
Right? So he could just tell you like he's lived there his whole life.
And I mean, not to mention when you are renting an apartment, buying a home. I mean, even with Gerber, right? Like they've, I'm sure, 15 irons in the fire at all times.
Oh yeah.
Your eyes off the ball. There are so many things to distract you. Like if you're moving, for example, you got a laundry list of packing, changing addresses, getting help from friends, right? It would be really easy for you to be like, yeah, of course I'm buying a real house from a real person. Holy crap, man.
And your whole life gets turned upside down. Hey, you don't have a house.
Bill writes us on Instagram, Duffy on WCMF. Looks like he's in Florida. He says this happens down in Florida, and scammers have stolen deeds of homes without the owner's knowledge.
Well, I was thinking about somebody like my brother who has a house in Florida and has one in North Carolina, and they go back and forth.
Uh-huh.
And that house sits there for months.
Oh, yeah, God forbid the guy that owns two houses catches a bad break, huh?
Let's
all really hope that doesn't happen to him.
What if they get all his guns?
Oh, no.
And all his like dead iguanas that he shoots in the front yard.
And all his bourbon that he doesn't open.
Yes, or
just
drink.
to everybody.
He could be ruined.
We'll take one more call, 252 WCMF. Again, we're talking about this scam out in Ontario County. Guy from Texas owned some land out that way. Some scammers created a fake ID in this guy's name. They forged documents and deeds. They sold his land without his knowledge for $35,000 to Gerber Homes.
Yeah.
Legitimate business. When they figured out what happened, technically, Ontario County shows that Gerber Homes still owns the property, and the folks out that way, government officials say it's going to take time and a judge's ruling to get it back the way it was. Walter's got the last word.
Walter.
Hey, Walter.
Walter.
Morning, guys.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, this almost sounds like something that can be added on to Monopoly game.
How so?
Well, because in that way you can educate people on how to scam, and on property and build houses and stuff like that, just like you do in Monopoly, but
Okay.
have a scam, onto it.
All right, I feel like we can save this call by saying his name funny again until he hangs up.
Thanks, Walter.
Walter. Thanks, Walter.
Bye,
have a good
Walter.
one.
Bye, Walter.
There
See?
goes Walter. Gee, fellas, you ever play Monopoly?
That being said, we got to keep in mind, patience is a virtue.
Oh, yeah, it's tough.
Not just because you should show grace to other people, but because it wasn't that long ago you were in the exact same spot this person was. And when what I'm referencing here are teenagers.
Yeah.
Because I have a story I want to share with you, and I love this story, not because it's super entertaining. It was in a local paper here. But because it's a woman admitting that there are times in our lives where we all screw up.
Yeah, yeah.
And one specific time in our life where hopefully you screw up the most. There are times you will walk into a store, place of business, whatever, and there will be a teenager working. And that teenager is either struggling, they are not paying attention, they are not taking the job as seriously as you want. They make a blood boil, buddy. Maybe even have it in you to say something.
Okay.
And this story is a reminder that it wasn't that long ago you were that kid.
Okay.
And we'll get into it next here in the break room. On CMF. You learn to work as a teenager.
Yeah.
That first job you have can lay the groundwork for what type of adult employee you become. But one thing is certain.
Right.
At some point while you work as a teenager, you messed up. Like
Oh,
bad.
yeah. Oh,
like,
yeah.
like really, really bad. And it's a tradition that started from the beginning of time and continues to this day. One woman's story, it's funny. It's also a bit refreshing. And it's something we all need to remember when you are ready to blow your top at
Yeah.
a kid who just made a mistake.
Yeah, effed up.
You're hanging out in the breaker, Rochester's Classic Rock, 96.5. WCMF, just after 7:25, 7:30, everything costs more money these days, Tom.
Too much.
Come
Too
on.
much.
What can I do?
Everything's going up.
There you go. But it turns out something as simple as having a friend is becoming too expensive for Americans.
The friend is too expensive.
Having a friend, and we'll explain just after 7:30 here in the break room on CMF. So the New York State Fair starts this week, I believe.
Yeah.
And as part of the fair, yeah, I'm going, yeah. As part of the fair starting, they did a story on a woman
Yeah.
who got one of her first jobs ever as a teenager down at the State Fair Dairy Pavilion.
Oh.
That's right. It happened in 1980. Her name is Maureen, and she sold tickets to people who wanted to spend the 15 cents to sample chocolate milk. Now, if you've never been to the State Fair, inside the Dairy Pavilion, along with the butter sculpture, which is very popular,
Yes, it is.
you can pay a little bit of money and sample New York State milk,
Oh, delicious.
in case you've never tasted milk before. It's so stupid. It's the dumbest thing
It's
ever.
like a
milk.
wine tasting. You swirl it.
But it's so popular. There's
Yeah.
like lines of people, yeah, I'll pay a quarter for milk. So one day,
Yeah.
the man who poured the milk, which was a separate job, was not there.
No.
And despite not being trained being the milk pourer, Maureen was thrust into action.
Well, I mean, what do you need to know? The
Right.
whole job is in the title.
Okay.
Pour milk.
Well, here's the problem.
How hard?
Here's the problem. They weren't pouring like this. The milk was dispensed out of a spigot.
Out of a spigot? Right.
From a giant tank.
Oh,
And
big
more-
tank of chocolate milk.
And Maureen says the tank had a ton of pressure on the inside.
Oh.
Now, I'm going to read you a quote from Maureen
All right.
back this day in 1980. I missed training, and I poured the cup of milk too aggressively. The spigot came off.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Instead of a cup of milk, a man standing in
Gallons
front
of milk.
got a dousing
Oh,
So it was like
so it
spewing chocolate milk?
shot out of
straight
there.
out. She says he got pelted. Gallons of chocolate milk sprayed like a fire hose.
Oh, no.
The man was in a white T-shirt with cigarettes rolled up in his sleeve.
Oh, man.
He was stunned and stood there for what seemed like forever. So eventually, in the story, a manager leaps over the bar and stops the milk from spraying.
Right.
But when it was all
The
said,
automatic shut-off valve.
you got to stop the milk, guys.
Of course, it was chocolate milk.
Had to
too.
be chocolate milk,
Yeah.
Kevin.
Man.
But when it was all said and done,
Yeah.
the man was blasted with 60 gallons
Oh
of
my
Oh,
chocolate
my
milk.
God. Think of the force of that, too,
That had
coming
to
out
come
of
out
that
pretty
tank.
fast. Yeah.
You got blasted.
I know. It's like your mom every Saturday night. So the article was written because this woman says all the way back in 1980 when she was a teenager doing this job, she never had the opportunity to apologize face-to-face to the man who she sprayed with the milk. Everything was such chaos that
okay.
she kind of forgot about it. And she said,
But this is like the early 80s.
yes.
That guy could be dead.
And that's just it. She said, if this man is out there and reads this,
He
I-
was a smoker. Don't think he was around. He also enjoyed chocolate milk. Those guys don't go long.
chocolate milk, smoking chocolate milkers. But she says it was a hectic scene in the moment. I never had a chance to
Yeah.
apologize in person, and she wanted to say sorry. And this story is hilarious,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
But it's also refreshing.
What's that?
And I don't mean like 60 gallons of chocolate milk refreshing.
What do you mean?
This is a reminder, Tommy, that no matter what kind of employee you are now,
Yeah.
you had a job as a teenager where you screwed up royally.
Yeah.
Massive mistake that either cost where you work a ton of money, you hurt someone, you ruined someone's day, whatever. And if you would like to share those stories, the phone number is 252-WCMF, 252-9263. But I think what is most important about what this woman brings up, and for us to remember, as adults now, when that kid that works wherever you are screws up their job, you, at one point, were that kid.
Yeah. So remember that. Go easy on him. What?
True or false?
What?
Feels like people may have less patience for kids doing jobs today than maybe years ago.
Oh.
Would you agree or disagree?
No, I don't. Yeah.
Well, if you think I'm wrong, tell me.
No, you think they're harder on kids today than back in the day?
Well, there's an expectation now. I'm paid for my. You're an employee of this company.
But that guy always existed.
Okay.
From the beginning, there's probably a guy like that in the Bible.
So you think it's the same?
Because of the crucifixion.
I don't think they had the teens doing the crucifixion.
We used 3 nails, Jesus Christ.
Well, I think everybody
That's
always.
actually Jesus Christ. I'm sorry.
But to your point, I will say this. So, like, before there was, like, cameras and people checking on you, you could, like, do some damage and people wouldn't know about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because I remember that. And, like, nobody admitted to it.
You're not as under the or they're under the microscope more now than you were as a teenager.
Oh, actually, I can remember, like, being on a stock crew. And, like, something got broken. Nobody would admit it. So then your boss would go, you know what? Nobody steps up, no break. We're working straight through that. If nobody wants to admit how this, and nobody would, all right, we just won't say crap because nobody wants to, turn somebody in.
Well, you bring up an interesting point. Like the story this woman tells at the New York State Fair of blasting a man with 60 gallons of chocolate milk, right? Like she has to tell this story for it to be published
It's just
again.
a story. There's no evidence.
Kimmy, if this was today,
this would be on the news.
it would be the lead story on every national news. Man,
that kid would be embarrassed
You
on
would
a
see the video.
national level.
yeah. Chocolate milk money shot at the New York State Fair.
How funny would that be?
I do wish I could have seen the video. But Kimmy, you were going to say something. I'm sorry. We cut you.
Well, because you had asked, do you think it's harder for kids entering, those kind of jobs today? But I also feel like every generation thinks the next generation isn't working hard.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it'll always be tough for a teenager.
Day one, yeah.
Day one, because the people that had that job before them always thinks they had it harder.
Okay.
Whether or not they did, who knows? But I think they will always say kids don't want to work. I worked harder than these kids do.
You don't know how good you got it. Let me tell you what they paid me back in the day.
Yeah.
Are we adjusting for inflation or no?
No.
Okay. All right. The phone number is 252-WCMF, 252-9263. Are you a dick no matter what for complaining about a teenager's job performance?
And it's just a mistake. The kid just screwed up.
No. That's not what I said. I said, are you a dick
Yeah.
for complaining about a teenager's job performance?
Right, dick.
Is there a situation?
Are you talking about as a customer?
as a
or
customer?
another-
Yes, as a customer.
Okay.
Yeah, you are.
So
Yeah.
wait,
Like
there's-
if you complain about some kid and get him in trouble for his job,
Okay.
that's a dick.
So no matter what they did, there is not a situation where you would say, you know what, I have to say something to
Bro,
somebody.
I told you my brother does it all the time at the grocery store he shops at.
So would you like to? Well, because he goes to the deli.
He goes to the deli and he wants to get some some Italian ham at prosciutto, right?
Okay, yeah.
Because he's gonna make some douchey or with a charcuterie board thing, right? So he didn't like the way the kid sliced and stacked the prosciutto on the paper.
A teenage kid working at the deli.
Yeah. He takes the stuff up to the manager and shows it to him. Like, hands it to opens it up and
Okay.
shows the manager. Look what he did. Look what he did.
All right, but if I'm going to counterpoint.
Yeah. And then he gets the kid in trouble.
Okay, but if I'm going to counterpoint, your brother is spending his hard-earned money.
Here you go.
Look, it's not his fault they put a teenager behind the counter. He's here to get his service for his money.
So my brother
Uh-huh.
has not worked a job since he's been 48, 49 years old.
Okay, hey, look, he that's how.
It works hard. You invest your money, right? You play the market.
Exactly, yes, yeah, just because. Wait, he was knobbing guys to make money until you retire at 49?
I'm going to put all this ham on my mouth and explain it to you.
No, you get the poor kid in trouble. By the way, the ham tastes just as good if he balled it up and
look.
shoved it in your mouth, it would still taste delicious.
The customer is always right.
Yes.
He had an expectation that he is using his hard-earned money for, and that child did not meet expectation.
And my dad was the same way.
Okay.
I don't ever want to be my dad. So I'm going to say dick move.
We all become our dads. I mean, you can fight it as long as you want.
Fight. Well, you should.
Okay.
Always try to not be your dad because all dads eventually suck.
All right, but I'm going to counterpoint again. And Kimmy, now that you're back in the conversation, if you are going to go to management, as we talk about this story, again, the New York State Fair is starting up. There's an article written about this woman. In 1980, she was a teenager, her first ever job working in the dairy pavilion. She was trained to take tickets to give people samples of milk. She was not trained to pour the milk. It came out of a big pressurized tank through a spigot. The kid who was supposed to pour it didn't show up that day, so they put her on there. She did it too aggressively. Long story short, spigot blew off and blasted a man in a white T-shirt with 60 gallons of chocolate milk. And she writes this article talking about how she never had a chance to apologize to that man that day. And she hopes if he sees this, He knows. And it's a reminder that all of us at one point, no matter how frustrating it gets, was that teenager that screwed up at that job. So, Kimmy, you would argue there is no reason ever to complain about a teenager's service to their manager or owner of the store.
I mean, unless they're being like harmful to you or somebody else, I'm going to say I would probably just let it go.
How harmful does it have to be?
Well, I mean, like if somebody's going to get seriously hurt, then I think you have to say something.
Okay. You mean like 60 gallons of chocolate milk blasting a man in the chest?
I mean, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, unless you're the man drowning in 60 gallons of chocolate milk. All right, I mean, the counterpoint to don't rat the kid out.
Don't narc.
I agree with you. Like, let the kid be the kid. We were all the kid. But can't you counterpoint that if you go to management and that manager, like, lays into him, you're helping the kid down the road?
Mm.
But that's
Don't
the
you think
manager's
that kid
job.
knows that they're kind of doing something wrong?
And let the manager deal with it. Why do
and
I
if
want
it's
to
a
be
mistake, that kid definitely knows.
Okay.
The embarrassment alone for that mistake usually is what helps you learn.
I understand, but you're going to have a job as an adult even if you make a mistake where you're going to get chewed out. It's going to happen, right? Like, even if you were a terrible teenage employee, you do take things from the jobs you have that affect the way you work down the road. And, like, most of the time, the thing you take is, I don't want to work this job for the rest of my life. Right? But, like, when you hold a kid accountable, either in the moment, like face-to-face, like, hi, or to their boss, there could be a lesson that they benefit from when they're grown-ass people.
But I don't want to be that narc, that complainer. Excuse me, sir. I need your attention over here.
Yeah.
Miss, ma'am, sir. You don't want to be that dick.
There probably is a line, though, for people if it has to do with, let's say the kid overcharges you by a lot.
Okay.
Or you're losing money somehow, or you didn't get what you paid for. Like, that's when I think you may say something. It has less to do with the kid.
Look at Kimmy over here.
Talking about the money, baby.
Oh, we're talking about the money? What, would you agree with her that you're... How much would the kid have to overcharge you where you'd say something?
It would have to be a lot.
What's a lot?
Well, it depends on the item.
All right, you go to get a pizza.
Yeah.
All right, how much...
Well, you told me... First of all, you told me off air what pizza costs.
Pizza's very expensive all of a sudden.
I would even... that would shock me.
Okay, but let's say you got overcharged by how much for a pizza where you'd have to tell the manager?
Oh, it would have to be like double the price, maybe?
Okay, so $70.
Yeah, probably has to say.
You lie. You got overcharged $10. You're saying something.
I don't. I hate saying things.
You ain't got $10, bro. Comes back
no,
insufficient.
my wife's got $10.
Kimmy, how much would you have to be overcharged on a pizza to say?
It would have to be noticeable to your point. Like maybe I thought, oh, I miscalculated. Like I might give myself some wiggle. I would say like $20.
$20.
I might be like, hey, I don't think that's right.
So you'd sacrifice 17 of your hard-earned dollars, 4 hours at this job, for you to not have to embarrass a teenager.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think like guys like my brother and guys like my dad always thought they looked tough and manly, standing up.
Sure.
I mean, you're not screwing me over, buddy.
Yeah.
But you're just talking down to some kid. And I think my father and my brother thought they looked like tough guys.
Yeah.
Like my brother thought when my brother's telling me this story, he was like, yeah, I told that kid who's working that counter, for chump change, you're doing it wrong, buddy, and I'm going to talk to your boss. Like, he was trying to impress me that he was a tough guy. I'm going, you're an ass. You're just a complaining ass, man. You don't look tough.
No, you don't get it.
What
Why would I want to pick on someone my own size? That risks me not looking tough. When I pick on someone smaller and weaker than me, there's no chance I lose.
Okay, all right.
So we had asked earlier, the massive mistake you may have made working as a teenager.
Yeah.
And we've got a ton of folks writing us on Instagram, Duffy and WCMF, the easiest way to get us. Paul says, when I was around 21, I started working at a body shop. On my third day, I sideswiped a van that was just painted against a building.
Oh.
I was on the verge of tears.
Yeah, you can really do some damage working at a body shop. Like, that could get really pricey.
Can you, like, the thoughts in your head on that walk-in to tell someone what happened? Leanne writes, worked customer service desk at Tops when I was a teenager. I remember my coworker was so excited about her brand new UGG boots she bought herself. I had a customer returning like 6 2-liter bottles of Pepsi. Well, I knocked one off the counter. It exploded, shot up like a rocket, flew 12 feet in the air. The manager was pissed, helped clean it up, ripped me a new one, but not as pissed as the girl's boots.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, my God.
And those things aren't cheap, right?
Back then, they were like $250, Kimmy.
Ooh.
Probably.
Because you're also an idiot wearing those to work at Tops.
Well, she's a teenage kid.
I know.
Look at you. You're yelling at a kid. Don't yell at the kid. You're an idiot for wearing your
I
boots.
knew about $200.
Well, you're wearing your Uggs to the Tops.
What are you, Michael Jackson?
252 WCMF. I see you guys sitting on hold. We are in this weird catch-22, however.
What's up?
People get very frustrated with teens and jobs when things don't go the way they want them.
Yeah.
Right? No one wants to work anymore. Yet, at the same time, due to shortages in a bunch of different fields, we're also letting kids do more important things earlier.
Yeah.
There have been school districts that have lowered the age for bus drivers. There are some 18-year-old kids driving school buses. There was legislation looking to allow kids as young as 18 to start the process of becoming truck drivers. We had a story like 2 years ago, a town just east of us, Kimmy, where 16 and 17-year-old kids were working on ambulances after school because they were so short. So, like, a kid getting the toppings on my pizza wrong, that's one thing. Like, them screwing up my health care or making a mistake driving kids to school.
Well, it's dangerous.
It's a way bigger deal.
Sure.
So, like, if you are frustrated with this generation sucks and they don't do the job right, why are those same people advocating for them? Well, you should be able to drive up. When I was your age, I was building a house, going to night school to become a lawyer. I was also overseas deployed at the same time. 252 WCMF. Let's talk to Nick. Hey, Nick, buddy. How are you?
Hey, what's up, guys? So when I was like 16, I used to work at Wendy's and had a guy come back through the drive-thru for a second time yelling at me because he apparently asked for extra ketchup packets and they didn't give him enough extra ketchup packets. And I wasn't even the one that packed the thing. So I'm like, what are you yelling at me for? So I filled the bag to the brim with ketchup packets. It was like 15 pounds of ketchup packets. He drives off, somehow didn't notice, drives off, comes back through a third time, losing his mind at my manager.
I just want to point out he had to wait in the drive-thru multiple times. Like
3 times.
That anger had to be building up inside of him if there were any cars ahead of him.
The guy had ketchup
waiting
rage.
to get through. Like but he wasn't enraged enough to go inside the store.
Right.
Here's the thing.
What a great story.
As great as that story is, Nick, I think I would have gone back if you filled my bag with ketchup. Now you're just being it, Nick.
I think I got all this free ketchup.
It's packets. Yeah, you can take them home.
Yeah.
It's not made a mess or anything.
That's the worst thing.
He gave you more than you asked for.
Nick, thanks for the call, buddy. Packet drawer.
Oh, yeah. You got to fill that packet drawer.
Everyone's got one. John writes us on Instagram, Duffy at WCMF, the easiest way to get us. I was 19 working in an oil change place. I was so hungover one day, I forgot to add oil to a car and let them leave.
Oh, wait. He drained the car of oil, put the cap back on,
and let them leave. Said they then returned promptly, and I got fired. You don't even have an argument there.
But, yeah, you could have destroyed the engine.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, how long can you go without oil before
I'm guessing not much.
Okay.
Oh, like the fact that they knew it immediately there was something wrong with the engine.
All right, let me ask you a question.
All right,
let's say this happens to you.
Yeah.
You go back in there. Do you ask them to not fire the teenager who made that mistake?
Yeah.
My ass!
Why do you ask me to say I'm wrong?
Because you lied. I'm so cool, man.
I'm totally cool.
Are those 4 teenagers walking down my neighborhood at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Honey, dial 911 and wait for my signal.
Well, they're walking around, looking around, sliding around.
You didn't tell me they were sliding, walking, and looking.
Sliding, looking.
All right, we'll take one more call, 252 WCMF. Mark's got the last word. Hey, Mark, how are you, buddy?
Good morning.
All right.
So I'm a fireman up in Irondequoit, and we got called for a water problem over at the old Regal Cinema. And we pull up in front of the place, and there's water running out the front door.
Damn.
Wait, Tommy's mom was there?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Hey, I thought the firefighters might come. Well, jump in, boys. Put on a snorkel. Sorry, go ahead, Mark.
That's okay. So the sprinkler over the food court thing was just full on running water out and couldn't figure out how it happened. They brought up the video, and kids were having a war with straws with a piece of popcorn kernel in it and a rubber band, and they hit the sprinkler head, and it just turned the water on, and they couldn't shut it off.
Oh,
so
that poor kid.
They finally found the kid that did it, made him help clean up, and then we just saw him walking down the street because they probably fired him.
that poor kid.
Way to go,
You never
Mark.
think a piece of kernel of popcorn.
Well, wait, what happened to my mom?
We went back and tried that. It was pretty
My mom?
remarkable how fast.
You went and tried my mom?
All of them,
Did
over
you?
and over again. Come on,
Well,
boys.
that's a lot of people. But.
Oh, here come the sailors, too. Mark, thanks for the call, buddy. Have a good rest of the day.
The amount think of the panic.
Yes.
You might as well just walk out. I quit.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not
no,
coming
you're
back
right.
here.
You're right.
Never looking back.
All right, let's take a break. Everything's more expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean, now we found out why the popcorn is so expensive at the movie theater because it's been waterlogged for 30 years. We are at the point now where, according to the study we have in front of us, it is too expensive for friendship.
Oh.
And I'll explain.
Setting me back too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll do it next here in the break room on CMF. There's an old saying, Tommy.
What's that?
Everything costs money.
Too much.
Can't walk out your door without spending $50 these days.
Yeah.
And it turns out it's having more of an effect than on just our grocery budgets.
Okay.
Because, look, ideally, you want people in your life, friends, to spend time with.
Yeah.
But those friends are costing us all a fortune. You're hanging out in the breaker, Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5, WCMF. So we got a lot of stuff to give away today.
Oh, great.
We have tickets to Heart. They're coming to CMAC August 29th, and we are going to give you those tickets today. Do not call now for Heart.
Okay, gotta wait.
Do not call now. And again, we have caller ID. I will say your name. I will shame you to all of Rochester. We will get you those Heart tickets before 10 o'clock this morning. But if you want to win something right now,
What am I gonna get?
well, you can log on to WCMF.com. Enter for your chance to win pavilion tickets to see Tedeschi Trucks Band with Whiskey Myers. August 28th at Empower Federal Credit Union Amphitheater at Lakeview in Syracuse. One shot.
All right.
Courtesy of Live Nation. Tickets are on sale right now at livenation.com. A new study shows that having a friend
Yeah.
is costing you $250 a month.
God damn, man. That's more than owning a dog.
Kimmy, can you Google what the average cost of owning a dog
I
is?
just think of what we spend on our dog a month. We get her.
Spend way more than $250.
No, and we get her groomed.
You bet.
Yeah.
Okay, food, outfits,
Oh, yeah,
grooming. Bro, you're the prissiest ass dog owner I've ever met.
So the grooming is the most expensive part.
How much a month?
So it's $80 plus tip
Per month?
per month.
You spend $80 a month to groom your dog.
Yeah.
Do you not have combs in your house?
No, but I mean, she's like trimmed and everything, and they put little bows in her hair. She looks adorable. Her nails are clipped. Anus is shaved up nice. Not that it's important, but I like a shaved anus on my dog. Well, I don't want things getting caught in it.
So this new study shows having a friend is costing you $250 a
And you don't have
month.
to shave his anus, unless he's into that. Well, I smell those male grooming things now. Do your beard and your anus.
You did.
And
when
your buddies.
When you said anus, you were shaving your
Well, I
own
was doing
face.
the beard and your anus.
So, Kimmy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're not Kimmy. The money, the $250 a month, that is money spent on things you do with those people that
Yeah.
you like to hang
I was
out with.
thinking,
Yeah.
like, if you go out to dinner, let's say you go out to dinner twice a month, dinner and drinks.
Yep.
Easy.
So they cover dinner, drinks, Ubers, and
Yep.
it also includes, on average, over the year, major stuff like concerts, sports tickets,
Yeah.
trips.
We're just having
gifts.
them over.
Yeah, you
going
got
to
it.
one Bills game is going to run you more than that.
Bingo. The bottom line is this. Every friend you have,
Yeah.
the one friend costs you $250 a month on average. Every friend you have costs a little bit more on average each month.
God
and
damn.
because of this,
Yeah.
millennials and Gen Zers specifically are changing how they socialize.
So they don't.
1 in 4 said
Yeah.
they have simply, stopped hanging out with friends as much as they've used to because they can't afford it. They're also starting to self-isolate. In just the last year, 44% of Gen Zers and millennials said they have bailed on big plans like concerts, sporting events, or trips with their friends because they simply could not afford it. About 1 in 4 Gen Zers and millennials also say they are starting to prioritize what are called no-spend hangs.
No spend hang.
You go to a park,
I think I went to that Chinese place. Delicious food. No bill.
you go to a park,
Yeah.
you have a movie night at someone's house, you just hang around the
This
kitchen
is
and
what you
talk.
do when you're trying to bang somebody for the first time.
Well, you're the one trying to shave your buddy's anus. I don't know.
Well, I don't want it prickly down there. No, but like, so it's no spend hang.
Yeah, you just sit around and don't spend money. You just hang
Yeah.
out with your friends. Is that sad or is that brilliant?
It's boring.
Well, you don't think we've known each other 25 years. We can't just sit around and talk?
Yeah, but we have a unique situation where we just say horrible things about people. Normal people would be nice to each other. It would have to be horrible. Like no booze, no drugs.
All right, Kimmy, with this 1 in 4 Gen Z and millennials say they are prioritizing what they're calling no-spend hangs, going to a park, movie night at someone's house, just hanging around a kitchen, to not spend money. Is that a sad move to be social, or is that a brilliant move to be social?
I'm sorry, I was on the phone.
No,
You're
I
going
got
to
it.
have to re-explain.
Hanging out, intentionally not spending money. So
Yeah.
come watch Netflix
So
at my house.
you're planning events that are cheap.
No, not
No,
cheap.
no.
No
That-
money
no
at all.
money,
No
okay.
money at all. Is that sad to have to maintain your friendship, or
Well,
is that brilliant?
I don't know, because wouldn't your friends kind of be in the same boat, I'm guessing?
Yeah,
You know,
but,
like, wouldn't your friends, like, I'm guessing, like, you're probably hanging out with people who, if they're your friends who have, like, the same ideas, maybe the
Level of
same
busted.
economic status you are, like, maybe they also are kind of, like, appreciative of that idea.
But two things.
Because you may all feel pressure to, like, go out and do something, but if somebody's just like, hey, you want to come over and hang, and maybe you order some food so it's a little cheaper, I think everybody would be in on that.
Valid point, but two things would have to happen.
Yeah.
One, as Tommy mentioned a second ago, you would have to have such good friends that you could sit around and do nothing and entertain each other, which I think is more difficult than people
absolutely.
realize. And two, you would have to vocally in the beginning be like, okay, we're going to hang out and not spend money.
Hey, you want to come over and take a walk?
Say you have like a hobby together, like because I know,
hobbies cost
I know
money.
we are, but I know we all hate this collectively. But I know people who love to play games and stuff.
No, I'm not
out,
no.
out.
I'll declare
Kill me
bankruptcy.
now.
But I know people that have regular game nights with their friends, and
but that's not
maybe they
drink.
get some snacks and drinks, but it's still going to be cheaper than going out and drinking. You know,
God, it's like the 1930s when everything sucked.
Not like now when everything's good.
Way better than I'll take this over the 1930s.
To be fair, I never lived in the 30s. I don't know.
Didn't look good.
Dan writes us.
Unless you had a Tommy gun.
Dan writes us on Instagram, Duffy at WCMF. He said, my two best friends moved out of state in February. I flew to Colorado. October, I fly to Florida. It's costing me a fortune. I didn't even think about that.
Well, yeah, chasing them across the country. Ridiculous.
Whatever words he just said.
I just ain't doing it.
252 WCMF. A new study shows having a friend costs you $250 a month in just dinner, drinks, Ubers. They also average in throughout the year, like sports tickets, concert tickets, trips. Kimmy, what does it cost monthly to own a dog?
it said, well, it depends depending on size, breed, maintenance. To your point, like if you have to get it groomed, it said between like $100 to like $400 a month.
So it may be cheaper to own a dog.
Yeah.
Depending on the anus situation.
Yeah.
So here's where this study gets really interesting.
What's that?
It turns out it's more expensive for men to have friends than for women.
Because women are better at socializing than men.
I think you're right.
Yeah, like my friends and I, for instance, like we all love like Bravo shows, right? So we have no problem getting together to like catch up on some of our Bravo shows together.
But I want to
collectively watch something together. Like, is there anything like you would even watch with a buddy?
Well, sports.
Okay. All
Another
right,
buddy getting hurt.
That too.
Yes.
Don't talk. He's going to do it. Watch him do it. But hold on. Let me counterpoint you here.
Okay.
So it says in the study, the average woman spends around $208 a month on friends. The average man spends almost $300. And Kimmy, you're right. You ladies are way better at socializing and sitting around. But Tommy, I have never once seen a group of women get together where there weren't multiple bottles of wine,
yes,
a charcuterie board, appetizers.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's
we
never,
got snacks.
But
We've got the snacks.
But Kimmy, when the girls come over, they're never cheap snacks. Like if I have my buddies over to watch a game, right, I can just get a couple of bags of chips.
Nuts.
Yeah, well, for you. And then hot dogs.
I like
and
my salty
things.
nuts with my boys.
Well, yeah,
and then alcohol.
You got to be careful with the razor around it.
Yes.
Right? Like that doesn't sound expensive. Every time I see a woman get together, and this is from when I was living with that girl when she was in college, from our 20s all the way up until now. Tommy, your wife has friends over. It's like a $300 platter.
We plan for it. We plan.
So
it's an event.
Are you women lying on what you're spending?
I don't think it's as expensive as you think. Some of that stuff we just keep around.
But you had to buy it at some
eat
point.
There's more.
That's my wife saying, well, I had it. Well, yeah, but you had to buy it.
Thank you. It's
But I
multiple
have it
soft
because
cheeses.
I also just like it for myself.
Soft cheese is the most expensive cheeses.
Yeah, well, because it's so soft.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's got to be alcohol. Alcohol has to be one of the biggest outside of the events because you're not going to go to a concert every month. Alcohol has to be a big expense.
Okay.
Especially for guys like my age.
Depending on how you drink, where you're drinking.
But even that, let's say, you get a 30 rack of some kind of beer or a bottle of booze. Like that's $20-$30. It's not that much money.
Not, but if we're going out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you're out.
I mean, I think that's, we've seen the rise of the man cave over the last 20 years. It's the smartest thing I've ever done in my life. Like the money that I save hanging out in that man cave to watch sports and just inviting people over is amazing.
But even if guys got to go over your house, they got to bring some. They can't show up empty-handed unless they're bums.
I don't like them bringing stuff.
Yeah, but they still bring
But
it.
my stuff's better than your stuff.
Look at you,
I know.
snobby.
I know
Yeah,
what
really
I like.
snobby.
No, it's not even snob. I don't.
Man, you used to be some bottom feeding.
Bottom
bottom drinking bum. Now look at your top shelf. No, like if I was coming over your house, I'd have to bring you a bottle or a couple of cigars or something. You know what I mean? I wouldn't show up empty-handed.
No, I know, but again, it's like a pointless exercise. Oh, thanks. Now this is going to sit in the liquor cabinet.
But like I had our boy Danny over a couple of weeks ago for he shows up with a bottle of booze and 2 cigars. So that had to cost him.
Yeah, and it's a class man. By the way, he had to sleep in his car that night.
Yeah. Which was nice. We weren't home.
252 WCMF. Let's talk to Alicia. Hello, Alicia.
Hey, I heard you making fun of us game night people. We save a shit ton of money.
Wow, Alicia, you can't curse. You get very angry about game night.
I didn't know the S word was a bad word. Anyway.
All right, hold on. Let's back up because we had to dump you.
Yeah.
You're upset that we are making fun of board game night people.
Yeah, we save so much money. I will buy like 3 racks of ribs for $30 and groceries and so on, and my friends will come over. I'll make a lot of food and we have a lot of fun versus going out and spending like $200 on each other. On top of that, the friends that cost me the most money are the ones that have babies. Last month I spent $600 on gifts just for 3 or 4 friends that had babies.
Yeah, that's a great point.
They're the ones that cost me money.
Yeah, she's not kidding.
How do you not factor women having to buy
baby shower, wedding shower?
That has to count.
The amount of money
racks
spent
of
on
ribs.
showers. Yeah.
You want to come over for ribs and parcheesi? Monopoly ribs night. No, Alicia, that is miserable. It's my hell having to sit around and play a board game for 4 hours.
Yeah, you're not
so many fun board games out there, adult board with strategy board games. You got to try them before you make fun of them.
You might come over some strategy and ribs.
Ribs and strategy.
No. They're great games. You got to try one called Catan. It's great.
No, I hear you. How about you try this new thing
Josh
called...
Allen likes it.
Yeah, he does. How about you try this new thing, Alicia, called having a personality?
I have a great personality. Screw you guys.
Bye, Alicia.
Bye.
There goes board game, Alicia.
God.
I think
she's so enthusiastic.
everybody who is a board game person tries so hard to sell you on being a board game person.
And they
but
don't get it.
I think I've lived long enough to know I'm not a board game person.
But they don't
I've
get
tried
it.
it. I've tried it. I hate it, and I hate it more and more every time.
And they don't let it go.
No, you're right. It's like a cult. Like you like it. You
Yeah.
like
Come
it.
on,
you like
come
it.
on. No, come over. Come on. Just go.
And you got to participate. Like I will. Like
What's wrong?
if I'm somewhere where everybody there is a board game person and I'm not, I will sit down and participate. But I'm not. happy
I won't.
about
I'll go
it.
watch TV.
I've left. I have left places. Like when the games come out, card games especially, I'm gone.
Yeah.
And you know what pisses me off even more? Side note on the game night thing. The people that want to play the board game sometimes aren't even paying attention to the board game, so we can't even get through the board game in a timely manner.
You're starting to sound like a board game.
And there's also rule dick. Well, that's not the rules. Hold on. Then you got to get out the paperwork. And let me see. That's a violation.
Bro, like, so whenever I dated an Italian girl, you Italians love your card
They
games.
love card games.
You love them. Like, if you have to, the second you start explaining to me the rules, if it's longer than 15 seconds, I've stopped paying attention. And I'm sorry.
It's work.
It sucks.
It's work and it's stress.
As we talk about this new study, it costs you $250 a month on average to have a friend, and every friend you have on top of that adds a little bit.
And none of them are worth it.
Well, that's
let's face it. There ain't one buddy you got that's worth $250.
Well, you bring up an interesting question. Do people have a financial power rankings of the friends they're willing to spend?
They must in their head.
To see? Right? Because you're right. Like, I have guys I grew up with that live out of town.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I would go down to see my buddy Phil in New York if he wanted to hang out. But, like, there's other guys in that same group that are out of town where it's like, I ain't paying.
Yeah. They're not Phil worthy.
Exactly.
They haven't reached the level of Phil.
Getting married. I got a wedding I think I got to go to, although I haven't been invited yet.
Oh. Maybe you're off the hook.
Yeah.
Well, no, but
Maybe he's not really the buddy you thought he was.
Oh, yeah.
Means I'm saving money.
But you also kind of want to be invited.
I do. Nick writes us on Instagram, Duffy at WCMF. If they think friends are expensive, wait until they discover dating. Good point.
All right. It's a different category.
Yeah. Because you can have both going at the same time.
Well, no, I feel
You
like
can have a buddy and you could be dating.
I feel like once the relationship shows up, that you stop spending as much money being.
But it's a
or
slow
you could
pull.
be in friend group couples. Friend
the worst.
couples group.
Couple
you know what I
groups
mean?
suck.
But that could cost you too.
It's horrible.
It really is.
Because you always have to do an activity, I feel like.
Yes.
If you're going out with couple friends.
And it's never my friend. It's always her
Well,
friend.
look at your friends, man.
You're my friend.
Right. Scuzzy has pile of man you hang out with.
Got that?
What?
The point I'm making
What?
is it's never like two guys that are like, hey, our girlfriends are going to get together, which is weird because women can become friends with another woman immediately.
Yeah.
It's always our wives are getting together. Or my wife has a friend, and now I got to go hang out with a guy. He likes football. You like football.
Yes.
Sit here.
Yeah.
Sit here and
But-
talk. They always suck. He's got a polo shirt tucked into his pants. It's a Friday night. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Untuck your shirt, you psycho, and let me shave your anus. Let's talk to Ben. Hey, Ben, how are you, buddy?
Oh, my God, the anus talk. What the hell? Friends for years, what we do when we hang out, majority of the time, is like, it started back with college hoops on Xbox. We just build a team and until the next game came out, so we do franchise mode and just build teams and try to win the championship with said teams. And that's what we would do. And after a while, I would go over to his place because I need to get away from my wife. But it is what it is. But like we would still do like expensive stuff. I think the most expensive thing we ever did was got Sabres tickets down by the glass. That was probably the most expensive thing we've ever done.
All right. Well, was all of this as exciting as you make it sound when you describe it, Ben?
Yeah. I mean, looking back on it, to me, yes. To you, I'm sure you guys could care less. You probably want to go shave each other's anuses right now.
I'll be honest with you. Over what you just described, yes.
Right now, I want to shave the hair of my ass with a cheese grater and listen to you talk about game night.
Ben, great call, buddy. Thanks for the call.
Tommy, isn't that Tommy's Saturday night?
That's what he just. Okay, Ben. Thanks, buddy. Have a good rest of the day.
I just want to point out that the video game thing isn't cheap either.
Well, I mean, if
the console itself is usually pretty expensive, and then you add the games and the updates. I don't know.
The updates, Pat. The updates.
Not the cheapest idea.
We're slammed with Paul's today. A lot of Paul's going on.
Okay.
He writes us on Instagram. He says, I work on my friends' bikes. They usually bring beverages, parts, throw me money after. Cost me nothing but time, and I usually end up talking and catching up with them while I work.
Okay. So he's a mechanic?
That's what it sounds like. I don't want to have a part-time job to hang out with my friends.
And fix their stuff.
Yeah. And by the way, what if you screw it up?
I don't know if that's a friend.
All right, let's take a break.
Okay.
Well, speaking of friends, Kimmy, there is an old friend that looks like will be showing up in Buffalo once again.
Oh.
Now, there is nothing imminent that he will be on this roster, but they are having a meeting with him.
Damn.
And, Kimmy, I don't know where he fits right now.
This is a good idea.
I don't know.
Okay.
Nostalgia-wise?
I mean...
It'll make you feel warm.
Yeah, I think it's going to be up to one man and one man only.
Okay.
He's going to have the final say.
All right. But that being said, Kimmy, there seems to now be a pattern, and it might be the weirdest way any NFL general manager finds a way to re-sign the players he brought in without spending any money.
Wow.
It's like the Marshall's approach to building an NFL roster. And we'll get into it next here in the break room on CMF. A name I didn't think we'd hear around these parts ever again.
Really?
Especially, Kimmy, that it's been this long since his release and first contact that we know of.
Yeah, well, we kind of thought like maybe there'd be talks of this a little while back, and then we didn't hear anything. So I figured they must have moved on. They're done with that.
So there's two things here.
Yeah.
One, where would this guy fit if it were to happen? But the bigger question is Brandon Beane, Bill's general manager, doing this on purpose?
Oh.
Because it seems he has a new strategy for filling out the roster with his guys. You're hanging out in the break room. Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5. WCMF Hate Mail of the Week coming up.
Ooh.
Off of this story with these employees in the Rochester City School District not getting paid.
Getting stiff.
We have an update on that story. But the first time we talked about it, we got a letter from a gentleman.
Yeah.
Who says not only with these school employees, teachers, but with everyone listening, you don't go to your job for a paycheck, Tom.
I don't?
No, you don't.
Oh.
And if you are going to your job for a paycheck,
Yeah.
you're doing it wrong.
Okay.
And we'll get to it. Hate Mail of the Week just after 8 o'clock here in the break room on CMF. Several NFL insiders are reporting that over the next coming few days, wide receiver Gabe Davis will be in Orchard Park visiting with the Bills.
When's the last time he was on the team?
So for those who don't remember, he was a free agent at the end of 2023, so he was only away from the team last year.
Oh.
The Bills could not pay him what he wanted, so he went and got $39 million from the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Gabe.
3 years, $39 million.
Yeah.
And that deal was a disaster for him.
Oh.
The Jags were terrible. He did not play well. In fact, he barely played at all. He only played in parts of 10 games. He only had one game where he had over 3 catches. He only caught 2 touchdowns all season, and both of those touchdowns were in the same game, and it happened in London. So he did not catch a touchdown in the United States last year.
All on foreign soul.
2 foreign soul touchdowns. Kimmy?
Yeah.
Do we want Gabe Davis back?
He sounds busted.
I don't think it could hurt if it's what.
Born Davis.
I'm leaving this decision up to Josh because it seems like they look to Josh for like it seems like he kind of has a final say on who joins the offense and who doesn't.
Do you need him?
Well, so that's the question where he fits in because it seems like there's a guy, Elijah Moore, the Bills signed him to a guaranteed $2.5 million contract in the offseason. He has not performed well.
Oh.
It feels like maybe they're looking to fill out the receiver room by cutting a couple of guys they thought were going to be.
Didn't work out.
Yeah, that were going to be good to go.
Okay.
It does make me a little worried. I think he's had tryouts with quite a few teams from what it sounds like.
I don't even know if he's tried out. I think he went in and had physical. So it looks like maybe it's been long enough now where he thinks his body's recovered where he's going to pass a physical.
What was wrong with him?
He missed 7 games last year.
Oh, he's banged up.
I don't know what it was. He was also banged up in the last season he played in Buffalo, the divisional playoff game where Kansas City came to Buffalo and we lost. He did not play in that game.
Sounds like the kid's a bust.
He wasn't a bust. He still owns the NFL record for the most touchdown catches in a playoff game.
He wasn't a bust while he was here.
But that
when he
was
moved on, who knows if it's him, if it was other factors.
Sounds like he's tanked.
If he's good to go.
That's what
I think that's the big concern, right? Will he even be able to play?
Yeah. No, you know a lot about him. What numbers he wear?
Well, I thought he switched numbers. Didn't he?
What was it?
I thought he was in the low 20s for a while.
He was in the low 20s. As a wide receiver, he was in the low 20s.
I don't know. Was it 88?
No. You're going to sit here. You can't even tell me what number he wore.
Pair 8s.
No.
How close?
Well, you could not be further away.
You don't know either.
Oh, I don't? Kimmy, talk for a second.
Where do you go? You have to go look.
Why?
What are you getting out of your bag? You have Gabe Davis
He's got
information?
Gabe Davis jersey on him, doesn't
I
he?
have my Gabe Davis jersey with me right now.
You got the wrong jersey,
It's
bro.
13,
That
Gabe.
doesn't say 66.
What are you talking about? That's Billy Shaw. How dare you disrespect the name of Billy Shaw?
Why do you have that on you?
That is none of your business.
Okay.
Yeah, that's sad.
What? You don't constantly carry a Gabe Davis jersey
Just
around
for
in your
this
laptop
moment?
bag?
Not anymore.
Okay,
Right.
so past the idea of should we sign Gabe Davis,
Yeah.
the Bills do have a history of doing exactly this.
Bringing guys back.
Yeah, so they let their homegrown guys
Yeah.
get big contracts elsewhere, and then they come back and scoop them back up.
It's almost like making a return on something you purchased and then making money on that return.
That's exactly what it is. So,
I would like to return this. Oh, and here's $20.
for example,
Okay.
Shaq Lawson, defensive end. The Bills drafted him. He got paid by the Miami Dolphins. That lasted less than a year, a season or two. He got cut. Bill signed him for low money. They just did it with Trey White. If that works out, it's a brilliant move. Happened with Jordan Phillips like multiple times.
Does it also speak to the organization, the fact that these guys want to come back and play for a team that they played for in the past? Because you don't usually when guys leave, especially when they're not getting paid what they think they should be getting paid, they're done with that franchise.
Yeah,
and they make it publicly known that they didn't like their time there, they had an issue with this. And it is weird that so many guys come back, even if they don't end up with the team, there's always talks of them potentially rejoining the team.
Who was that little white trash-looking receiver?
Cole Beasley.
Yeah, that's the one I was – because he left.
Yeah.
Did he go down to Dallas or Houston, then he came back?
He was in Dallas.
And then he came to
came
Buffalo.
back. Yeah.
But then that didn't really work out,
Well,
right?
no, they were just desperate. They also signed John Brown back after he had been out of football for 2 years. That was a different situation.
Okay. But he's a good rapper. Didn't he have a rap album?
Yeah, no, he had a rap album.
Yeah. I got the right guy, right?
Yeah, but he wasn't a good rapper.
Well, it was good for him.
He had one, though.
He was the best Cole Bishop I ever heard.
You mean Cole Beasley?
Cole Bishop.
Him too. Well, when they collaborated.
Cole Bishop.
When they did that duets album.
Cole Bishop is playing CMAC this weekend.
Is he really?
Who's Cole Bishop?
I don't know.
You accidentally said the name of the Bills
You're
starting
obviously
safety,
aware
you
of the
idiot.
person.
How are you so bad at this?
I don't know. It's a gift.
Ladies and gentlemen, our football expert. You can hear him make picks every Friday during the season.
Doesn't know if he's a country artist
Here's
or a
the
football
problem. There's just too
player.
many guys on these teams to follow.
That is a bit we're doing later this
Country
season.
artist or football player?
Country artist or
I
Bills
like it.
player.
All right. I could do that.
No, you can't. 252 WCMF. Gabe Davis, Bills wide receiver, former Bills wide receiver, visiting Orchard Park after his one season in Jacksonville. Look, I want him back, even if it's just the
Why?
nostalgia. I love Gabe Davis. Hence,
Man, they ain't got time to be dicking around with nostalgia. They're trying to win a Super Bowl, and you're bringing back these Jacksonville retreads.
And do you want him here if that means some other guy doesn't get a chance?
who do you have to keep?
A poor kid.
Poor kid?
I'm,
we're going to do Make-A-Wish Bills? You just argued that we're doing Super Bowls? Hear me out, Kimmy.
I'm listening.
Gabe-
I don't hate him back on the team.
Sounds like you hate
I
Gabe
just
Davis.
hope that it's not you're not having him back on the team just because you miss the guy as a person, not what he does on the field.
I mean, if his body's okay,
Yeah.
want
him a good body.
Well, yeah, you need to have a good body playing in the
Good
NFL.
firm body.
He's a lanky-bodied gentleman.
With a shaved anus. What? It's called a callback. What are you talking about?
Yeah, is that
Those
like
who missed that last segment,
Gabe
they
Davis
may be
is-
very confused.
Gabe Davis is calling back the authorities to put a restraining order. Right? He's a deep threat, which the Bills did not have last year.
Yeah, but is he still got it?
That's what I just said. If he is healthy,
Yeah.
him and Josh, I mean, they were known for these moon shots they would take,
All
right?
right.
I mean, how many over 60-yard touchdown catches did Gabe Davis have playing with Josh Allen? It was awesome. I loved it. Like, I
but if you
Well,
don't
he did.
see that, you're going to be disappointed.
okay, but why not take a flyer?
Because they're trying to win a Super Bowl.
We're
They're
trying to win a Super Bowl with
dicking
Cole
around.
Bishop playing guitar during practice.
It'll be interesting because he did just meet with the Steelers, I think, yesterday. So if they want to pay him, then the Bills might not even have a chance to sign him anyways.
He's met with the Steelers three times.
Oh,
That's his third meeting with the
Okay.
Steelers.
So does that mean, though, they're not sure about his health moving forward either?
I mean, I would think the Bills know better than anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been in the building for long enough. You have
Sure.
the trainers that have been around him. Look,
All right.
if he's healthy, I want to see it. Only because I spent $120 on
So
this
that's
jersey.
what this is all about.
But no, well,
I
yeah.
want to
Shin's
use it
ass.
again.
Well, no, it's.
You spent $100 on that?
Would he still be 13?
Is there a 13 right now? No, it was Mac Hollins. He's gone.
Oh, you're right. Yep.
Bring it back.
All right.
Bring it back. Help my investment in this shirt. All right, let's take a break. It's Wednesday. You know what that means?
Hate.
Yep, Hate Mail of the Week coming at you. We have an update on this city school district employee not being paid situation, and it's somehow
Not
getting
a good one.
Kimmy, it's getting worse.
Yeah.
But the first time we talked about this, and we'll clue you in if you are unaware as to what's happening, we got a letter from a gentleman. Because, Tommy, you would think that the reason you get up and go to work every day is to make money.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, no, it's not actually.
Oh.
At least according to this man.
Can I tell that to the bank?
We'll get into it. Next here with the break room on CMF. A bad situation that keeps getting worse.
Oh, my God. What happened?
Like desperation worse. And it is not the best advertisement for this place that is actually still looking to hire for the upcoming school year.
Yeah.
When you think your job, you think your paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
But someone is here to tell us, no.
No.
That's not how this is supposed to work. Because, Tommy, if you're going to work for the money, this man says you're doing it wrong.
Okay.
It's Wednesday, it's 8 o'clock. It's time for Hate Mail of the Week. You're hanging out in the break room, Rochester's Classic Rock, 96.5, WCMF. And about 2 weeks ago, we first heard of a situation happening in the Rochester City School District. Employees weren't getting paid.
What?
Now, these were some employees that were doing work during the summertime, staff members, teachers. And when we talked about it, there were people that had not been paid in over a month, according to the story on 10 NBC.
Total stiff.
So you had asked why.
Yeah.
Even though I already told you and you never remember anything.
But they never really gave an answer.
They did, 100%.
No, they did not.
I'm going to tell it to you again like we did the first time.
So they're out of money?
No. As we told you 2 weeks ago, when I looked you in the eyeballs.
I remember what they said.
What did they say?
They were switching over to some new system. That's what they always say when they stiff you, man. Yeah, we're changing computer systems. The IT people, they said it's going to be 4 to 10 weeks. This is BS.
New financial software.
Oh, I knew it.
The transition has been a decade in the making.
Yeah.
And the district has spent $46 million to do it. And it's become a massive problem.
Yeah.
So multiple school employees have spoken on camera saying not only they had not been paid, but when they email this new company, they get no answer.
What?
When they call this company, they get no answer.
It sounds sketch.
One employee said they were put on hold for 2 hours, but never got the information that they needed. And by the way, this is all for direct deposit.
Yeah.
The district says they do not have the ability to issue physical
you
checks.
See, that's a third party operator, and we don't own the money. We just give you the money, but it's not our money we're giving you.
The Rochester City School District put out a statement saying, amongst other things, the payroll issue is affecting only a small number of employees, is not systematic. Large-scale transitions in organizations often involve temporary changes, yada, yada, yada. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was 2 weeks ago. And they must have fixed it by now, right?
Yeah.
Wrong, bitch!
Look at this.
Story on News 8 earlier this week says the teachers union is now offering emergency loans for the employees that have not been paid. And teachers are worried this is going to bleed into the school year. And the loans, according to the teachers and employees, are not sufficient enough.
By the way, am I going to be charged interest on that loan?
The loans are for up to $2,000.
Okay.
They are 1-year conditional interest-free loans.
I would be a little nervous at this. I know they're trying to find solutions to pay people, but my question is this a solution because you don't know when it's going to be fixed?
Sounds like it.
How long should I expect to go this route?
Kid's sharp. Sharp kid over here.
It's almost been 2 months.
Yeah.
Right? And by the way, those loans aren't coming from the district.
Right.
They're coming from the union through a credit union that they
trying
partnered
to get these
with.
people paid.
So I get my 2G, but let's say I still haven't gotten paid. Like I'm still falling behind.
How long can that hold you over?
Is that it? 2Gs and good luck?
As far as right now goes. So 150 school employees have been affected.
Yeah, I'm pissed.
And this is really, really bad. By the way, if you're looking for a job, the Rochester City School District is hiring.
Hey, how about that?
Not making that up. So, in all this disaster, something needs to get done, right?
Yes.
Wrong again, bitch.
What are they doing now?
Well, at least according to a man who wrote us a letter the first time we talked about this. Because if you are going to work for just your paycheck, well, you're screwing everyone.
How?
Actual physical letters sent through the mail telling us we suck, shaming the way you go to work. Sit back and enjoy today's Hate Mail of the Week.
I feel like I'm the only one who's alarmed when I hear these teachers complaining they're not getting paid. All you hear today are people complaining that they don't get paid enough. Well, I have some news for you. If you're doing your job for the paycheck, you're doing life wrong. You should be working a job because you love the job you work. I was always taught if you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. The situation with the teachers in the city school district is especially telling about why all schools, especially the city school district, are in such bad shape right now. When I was a boy, you could just tell that the teachers did it because they loved it, not because they were there for the money. These teachers cannot say the same thing today. Also, it's classless to have the negotiation in public. This is something the teachers who had issues should have handled in private as not to embarrass their employer in public. That's no way to do business and get what you want. Let's go back to the days where you were happy to get what they gave you and you found a way to make it work. Sincerely, Davis.
He's right. We need to go back when we didn't have union unrest like the 1930s or the 1940s or the 1950s or the 1960s and 70s when people went and just disappeared. Those were the good old days.
Most of the letters we get are out of touch.
Yeah.
But this one.
But this guy is completely gone.
Just take the paycheck and deal with it.
He's still waiting for like President Hoover to talk.
Which, by the way, did not go well.
No, it did
not go well. All right, so let's start. There's a lot of things here.
Yeah.
Let's start 1,000 feet above, like
All right,
at the top.
what you got?
Because his argument is you should not be working for the check. You should go to work because you love your job, whatever job you do. Awesome. Now explain how I get food.
Yeah. How do I? What do I do?
Right?
What do I tell my family?
Thank you.
What do I tell the bank?
How do you eventually get to and from work?
You walk.
If you need a new car.
You walk, man.
Yeah, this guy's an idiot.
Okay, so the irony here, and I think it's irony because I will never understand what irony actually is. A recent study showed that 87% of Americans like their jobs.
Okay.
87%. Most of us enjoy what we do for a living.
Yeah.
Obviously, however, and this is not breaking news, you got to pay for the stuff you need.
Yeah, I still need that money.
Right.
How does
you're still going to work for the paycheck,
Yes.
whether or not you love or hate your job.
Yes.
How does this man not grasp this idea? I mean, like, I don't know about you, but when I was a boy, you needed money to exchange for goods and services.
Yeah, they started that when I was a
But
kid,
Pat,
too.
if you love that job, you should work it for free.
That's what he's saying.
I think that's called charity or volunteer.
Okay. There aren't other people who think like Davis. His name is Davis.
Yeah.
252 WCMF, 252-9263. It doesn't matter what you get paid if you love what you do. That's a lie.
Yeah.
I get that there are people that make a conscious decision to sacrifice money because they want the job they have.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that is not the situation.
But they still get money.
They do.
Yes.
But even that, it's not the situation these teachers are in. They just stopped getting paid.
Right. They just got stiffed.
Their bills haven't stopped.
Nope.
They're owed money.
They're
Yes.
still doing work,
Yes.
by the way.
Yeah.
They're just doing the work for free. What? How do you not side with these poor people right now?
I'd love to watch this guy go in and ask for a raise.
I'd love to
Okay,
watch this guy go in and not get a paycheck for 4
Yeah.
months,
Yeah.
See how he feels about it then.
All right, let me ask this question,
Yeah.
right? Because this guy's obviously an idiot.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's not even worth arguing via proxy of letter with this guy. How much of a pay cut do you think the average person would take to keep the job they have right now? 252 WCMF, 252-9263. How much do you love the job you have?
I mean, considering how expensive everything's gotten in the last 2 years,
Okay.
I don't think anybody can take any cut.
Well, look, I mean,
Because you're losing. If you haven't had a raise in 2 years, but you're making good money, you've lost money over those 2 years.
Oh, now you sound like every financial buy, sell. It's stock market Tommy coming through.
But you know I'm right, bro.
All right, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
All right, so what you said sounds right, man, because you sound tough. I'm standing up, man. I ain't going to take this stuff. Call in the strike breakers. I don't even care.
You see me pointing.
You love this job?
You know I do.
All right, let's say tomorrow our new boss finally listens to the show.
Yeah.
And he hears you talk, and he calls you in his office. He goes, listen, we got to slash 30% from your salary. There's nothing we can do. And I understand this is rough. So you can walk out that door,
Yeah.
right? Or you can take 30% less. What are you doing?
Well,
Hey, where'd that tough guy go a second ago?
I mean, I don't think I can live on $30 a week.
Are you taking a 30% slash to keep this job?
I'd have to. At my age, I'd have to, because where am I going?
You were literally just pointing
I know,
and waving
I know.
your arms around like King Kong. So you're taking a 30%
I would
slash.
have, but hey, but don't say that.
No, I understand.
But I mean, like, where am I going at my age?
No, I know. I agree. You have no skill to offer anything.
Right.
Right.
So I would have to bend over.
All right. So you're on Davis's side then, who wrote us a letter.
But I wouldn't be doing it willingly.
Nobody willingly takes less money.
Sounds like this guy would.
Well,
He sounds like, do it for the love of the company.
oh, by the way, it doesn't sound like he would. It sounds like he wants other people
Yes,
to
he's
do it.
that guy.
Kimmy,
Yeah.
tomorrow,
Yeah.
our boss sits you down. Things are bad. We have to slash your salary by 30%. If you walk out the door, I understand. But if you want to keep this job, you have to do it for 30% less. Would you keep your job?
I would say okay, and then I would immediately start looking for another job. I would work this job until I found something. I'm
Caveat.
I got one foot out the door.
Caveat, because you did the listener thing that, well, you know what I would do? I would take the lottery ticket.
I'm saying for me, that would probably be it. It's the act of taking something away, I think, that makes it worse. Like you were making this and now you're not. It's different if you're going into the job and you're severely underpaid.
What if we shower you with fake gift cards?
All right, Kimmy, let me put a caveat.
Yeah.
They're going to slash your salary 30%.
Yeah.
You have to sign a contract for 2 years where you cannot leave, or you walk out with no guarantees right now. What would you do?
I'm probably leaving. I mean, it's such a slap in the face.
And she can, though, because she can get another job.
Where?
Anywhere.
We have no skills.
I might not get another.
She's been dragged down with us, man.
No, but she's got working hands, man. She can get in.
I honestly, though, I don't know what other skills I have.
Turn that right.
In terms of the workplace. Yeah, I talked into a mic for like 10 years. I don't know what that gets me now.
And really only when the phones weren't ringing. So that doesn't even. Phone number is 252-WCMF. Hate Mail of the Week. A man named Davis, coming off this story about these Rochester City school employees, 150 of them, haven't been paid or have only been paid part of what they're owed for now almost 2 months.
Yeah.
This man writes us and says these people should be ashamed. You should have a job that you want to go to not for the money, but because you want it. He takes shots at teachers across Monroe County. 252-WCMF. Let's take to Woody. Hey, Woody. How are you, brother?
Good morning, everybody. I'm doing fine. Much better than yesterday.
You got disqualified, you bitch-ass bitch. Sorry, Woody. Go ahead.
Yes, I did. Anyways, Gaston County, North Carolina, their teachers went without pay for over a year because of the Optimus program.
So this is what the city school district is using right now?
University of Merced, University of Edinburgh have all had the same problems prior to Rochester School District adopting this.
Well, hold on, Woody. We actually have audio of the professors at the University of Edinburgh getting very pissed off that they didn't get
I can't feed you. I can't pay you. I'm at the mercy of the banks. Now get your stinking asses out of my office. What's wrong?
But yeah, they didn't do their homework, and they should have. And the people that are.
Oh, you always show up at the end of the day late and $1 short, don't you? Like all you Yanks.
He doesn't like you. That's a polite laughter.
You really need to work. You need a little bit of work on your accent, boy.
Why don't you stick your head up here, you know where?
Are we having a Scottish off?
It's called an arse.
Okay, Woody, I'm going to hang up on you. Thanks for the call, though, buddy. Have a good rest of the day. There were problems in other places, and this city school district was unaware, didn't care.
Oh.
Okay. How do you work without money for a year?
I mean, here's the thing.
Slowly.
But you may let it go longer than you think because every time you think the paycheck's
But how do you
coming.
live? To Pat's point,
I know.
You're going to lose your house. You're going to lose your car. You're going to lose everything.
Also, how are you a company that pays people and keeps getting work, not paying people?
Yes. How does that work?
252-WCMF. We had asked the question, how many people are willing to take a pay cut because they love their job so much?
Yeah.
Jay's on CMF. Hey, Jay, how are you, buddy?
Morning, guys and Kimmy.
Hey.
Is my phone actually working today? Oh, my God. So I love my job probably more than anybody I know. And if Uber stopped paying me tomorrow, like I went to cash out tomorrow, and they're like, oh, hey, sorry, can't pay you, I'd quit immediately.
Would you take 20% less to keep doing the same job?
No, because I did that before COVID, and it was horrible.
Okay. So you love your job, but you have to do it for the money that you're doing right now. Because it looks like Davis would call you unappreciative and spoiled and entitled. You entitled-ass bitch.
And I would just call him a bitch-ass boomer.
Okay. Jay, thanks for the
Wow.
call.
There you go.
We're now arguing by proxy.
Yes.
I don't know. Look, you're right. I think that people can be pushed to a point where they would do things they don't think they would ever do.
Yeah. Right.
Right? Especially because, look, in the defense of the city school district here, I understand that picking this company, at least based on the information that Woody just brought up, if that's true, is a huge, what?
Maybe they don't have any options.
Well, but no, I'm saying the new superintendent they have another superintendent in the city school district. He just inherited this problem.
Yeah.
He didn't do it on purpose. If you do have sympathy for the situation that your workplace is in where you understand business is down or something happened where they have to pay you less, you may be willing to be okay, I get it.
But you can only take so much of a bite.
Well, it also could be, I don't know where I'm going, so you may just stick it out because it could be a while before I get paid again, even if I switch companies or change my job.
You're right about that. You know what really chaps my ass about this letter from Davis, and I see you guys on hold. Give me a second. I'm going to read you a quote from Davis's letter.
Yeah.
It bothers me, too, that they went, if his real first name is Davis, go with David.
No, he's a Davis.
Davis?
Yeah, he's a Davis.
Have you met a Davis?
No. I never want to meet one.
Okay.
I think I actually know 2 Davises.
Their first name is Davis.
At least that's what they go by. I guess I don't know if that's actually their real first name on their birth certificate.
He's such an knocker.
Davis writes us in his letter, quote, "The situation with the teachers in the city school district is especially telling about why all schools, especially the city school district, are in bad shape right now. When I was a boy, you could tell the teachers did it because they loved it, not because they were in it for the money." How stupid a boy were you?
I know.
You're the stupidest of boys.
They loved teaching kids so much, they would have done it for free.
Well, look, but here's the thing,
Said
Kimmy.
nobody ever.
If those teachers were educating this guy for free, they didn't do a good job because he doesn't understand the basic rules of economics. But that aside, I think the most amazing part of this whole story,
what's that?
Folks are getting emergency loans to pay their bills.
Yes.
There is a fear, borderline belief, from the teachers and employees that this will not be fixed before the school year starts. Yet, at least publicly, there has been no threat that these employees are walking off the job. As far as we know, they are prepared to go into the school year, not knowing when their paycheck is going to come.
But they only gave him $2,000.
But
how long is that going to go?
And that's what I mean. How is that not dedication to your students if you are willing to continue to go in and do your job with no guarantee that your bank account will benefit from it? That's the definition of dedication.
But they're not going to give you. But here's the thing. Like, let's say this goes on for a couple of months.
Sure.
When do I get my back pay? Like, let's say they start paying.
Oh, yeah.
And you only gave me $2,000 to like spread out over, but you can't do. You cannot spread $2,000 very long if you're an adult with kids.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So I don't even get my back pay yet. I'm just starting to get paid, even though you're going to be behind for years. This could bite you in the ass for 5 years.
I agree with you 100%. Unless the money is in a big ass bank account, and as soon as it gets unlocked,
one giant check.
Okay. Yeah, you know, it's overseas. It's going to take a little while. Man, you know what they're doing.
Bro, I can't have this cover. Stop doing the J.O. head motion.
They're doing the J.O. slow pay.
J.O. slow pay.
But I think plays for the Yankees.
Let's take one more call. Joe's got the last word. Hey, Joe, how are you, buddy?
Duffy, what's happening, brother?
What up?
So this Davis guy, man, he's got to stop day drinking. He's nuts. I mean, dude, I hate my job. I hate my coworkers. I hate getting out of bed and leaving my wife. I hate having to say goodbye to my dog. I hate everything about the drive-in, but I love that big old fat paycheck. It's the only thing that keeps me coming back, Duff. That and big boobs.
All right.
I don't know what you're doing on the job.
That's it, Duff. I mean, come on, let's be real, man. I used to love my job, and then management lets you see that they don't care, so why should you?
Man!
If it wasn't for that paycheck, seriously, man, I mean, come on. That's what it's all about. We know that's what it's all about.
Look, I'm with you. But here's the thing. I do think there needs to be a line drawn here, Joe, because you're right. Most people, unless you are working for someone you know, understands that the company you work for does not care for you.
Yeah.
And the sooner you understand that, the easier your life will be. That being said, I mean, Joe, working for a faceless corporation doesn't mean you don't have people you work with that you care about and you value that friendship and you enjoy working with them and the things that you do and your whatever job is challenging, right?
Okay.
Like, I mean, you can love your job and hate your employer at the same time.
Well, that's the whole thing, Duff. I used to love the title of who I worked for. The company I worked for, I was proud to say I worked for them. But then you watch shit just hit the fan. And sorry about that.
Yeah, way to go, Dick.
You get discouraged, and then you look for reasons to stay at work, and it fades back to the big fat paycheck.
No, I get it, Joe. We're on the same page, buddy. Thanks for the call. I'm late. I got to go. There goes Joe.
That Jonas paycheck.
Cursing with boobs, which is a show I would listen to. All right, let's take a break.
Yeah.
You know, if you want a high-paying job, college degree would be a way to do that.
Yeah.
Right. And, different colleges hold different levels of prestige. Even here in Rochester, there are levels in everyone's head as to which colleges are the ones that are most impressive. We have in front of us, actually, a list that might help us figure that out. And it has nothing to do with GPA. It has nothing to do with the most successful alumni. It is to do with how easy it is
Yeah.
to even be able to attend that college.
Damn.
And we'll get into it next here in the break room on CMF. Accomplishments, Tommy.
You need them, buddy.
Well, it's how we measure everyone around
Yes.
us. And there are some kids headed off to college. Some have already been dropped off, some this coming weekend.
Yeah.
Just getting into a college is a major accomplishment.
Sure.
But some colleges harder to get into than others, especially in our area. You're hanging out in the break room, Rochester's Classic Rock, 96.5. WCMF will jump right into it.
What you got?
In front of us, we have the hardest colleges to get into in the state of New York. And that includes the colleges right here in Rochester's backyard.
Okay.
Now, off the bat, outside of Rochester, do either of you want to take a shot at the hardest college in the state of New York to get into?
It would have to be Cornell?
No. Kimmy?
Ooh, I was going to say Cornell.
You're also wrong then.
Ithaca? I'll just throw it out there.
It's only hard to get into where gorges are. The hardest college in New York State to get into is Columbia down in New York City. Oh, yeah, right, that one.
I wasn't thinking of New York City.
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't think of New York
Why
City.
would you not think of New York City in the state of New York?
Considering I had a niece that went there.
Only 4% of people that apply to Columbia get in. Only 4%.
Wow.
And keep in mind, this is not like everybody in America applies. Like, these are already the cream of the crop that are applying.
Is Columbia Ivy League or no?
I want to say yes, but I don't know. Kimmy, can we get a Google on that?
I don't think it is.
Okay, are you trying to crap on it?
No.
I don't think it's Ivy League, though. I think it is.
I feel like it is Ivy League.
When my aunt went to law school there,
Yes,
and she
it
would
is.
Man, she never mentioned that.
That was Ivy League?
Yeah, because she's a big snot about it.
No big deal. But as we get closer to home, we see a name pop up. Kimmy, what is the hardest college in the greater Rochester area?
It's got to be. I'm guessing if it's still the same as it used to be, is it SUNY Geneseo?
It is not.
No?
God, you are bad at this.
No, because I remember kids like that applied there. Like a bunch of them didn't get in, or they had to transfer in because like certain programs there were super competitive.
So I remember that being one of the hardest SUNY schools to get into. Tommy, what is the hardest college in the greater Rochester area to get into?
I got to go with RIT.
No,
U
wrong.
of R?
The U of R.
Okay.
I thought RIT was like, you had to be like a mechanic. Like a mechanical genius.
See, I always thought U of R
Robot boy
was just super, super expensive, and that's what did he say? I wasn't even listening.
I'm listening to both of you have this conversation. We sound like complete idiots.
Well, I know U of R is
What's
like
hard
a
to get into? Cornell?
prestigious
How about
school.
Ithaca? SUNY Geneseo? Is Columbia Ivy League? They got Ivy on the building over there?
I always thought like
They give you a free IV when you get there?
What kept a lot of people locally from going to U of R wasn't so much that it was hard to get into, was because it was so expensive.
It is very expensive,
Yeah.
and it's also hard to get into. They only take around 4 out of every 10 applicants.
But it's a medical school, right?
Well, no, some of it's a
you
medical
go for
school.
your undergrad.
Yeah, you can do anything. So,
Okay.
all right, U of R, pretty exclusive. As we go down the list, coming in at number 35 in New York is RIT. They're the second hardest school in New York to get into, Rochester, to get into. But they take 7 of every 10 applicants.
Oh.
Right? That seems high, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because RIT it gets constant high rankings. It's
Yeah.
a really good school. Is it just so big?
Maybe it's bigger, so there's they accept more students in general.
It's also possible that only really, really smart kids apply to go to RIT.
It could be.
Right?
Sure.
SUNY Brockport right after them, about the same acceptance rate.
Suda.
Suda Brockport. Suda Brockport.
I remember that was getting,
hard to get into.
No, I remember that was getting more competitive
Wow.
when I was coming out, because just so many kids wanted to go there.
Oh.
It's it's just a matter of demand.
I always thought like Long Island kids went up there because they bottomed out. They couldn't get into
Well, you
like
still have
Stony
to get
Brook.
into the school.
SUNY Brockport and RIT have the same acceptance rate.
You got to be kidding me.
Now, again, you're not having the same applicants potentially to
No
RIT
kidding,
as SUNY
man.
Brockport. Bro, you could not take a single college class at SUNY Brockport.
I bet you there's one I could do.
No. What?
I always think like
Underwater basket weaving?
They got that?
Can't hold your breath.
it makes sense.
Did last night.
Yeah, why? Why'd you keep
Oh, I
up?
was diving for some pearls.
So you die.
Came up with clams.
Shut up.
Makes
Your
sense.
mama.
Makes sense that SUNY schools would be on there because they're seen as the more affordable option, which I would think would lead to many, many more kids applying to those schools, making it more competitive.
But see, I always thought though, like when you said tough to get into, you had to be so smart to get into it. But you're saying like there's just so many people.
Well, yeah, but you'd
It's a
still have
little
to stand
different.
out.
Doesn't mean it's that hard to get into. It's just that so many people are
Well,
applying.
no, but that would
but
make
that
it
makes it hard to
harder,
get
you
into.
idiot.
No, but like I thought, like when you said this, it was tough to get into because you had to be so smart.
Yes, you have to be smart, and then you have to be smarter than everyone else that is. What are you? You don't even know what you're saying.
It's not like
I
a
know what I'm
lottery
doing.
system.
Yeah, you don't.
I'm doing this.
Tommy doesn't understand something when he starts doing the fake
Oh, so
JO.
you don't have to be smart.
Also, why is your fake penis getting bigger every time you do that?
Why not?
Why is it coming
Why
from
would
your
you
belly
give
button?
yourself a fake small penis, you idiot? Baby weenie.
All right, the phone number is 252-WCMF.
Dumb.
When it comes to the hardest colleges to get into in the greater Rochester area, U of R is number 1, 4 out of 10 applicants. RIT is number 2, 7 out of 10. SUNY Brockport's right around the same. Fisher comes in at 43. We don't know what percentage they take. NAS did not make the list of the hardest colleges to get into in New York
It's so
State.
small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's teeny. You think like all the kids want to
Well,
go?
maybe they don't offer as many programs, or so you don't get as like
many applicants.
Or if people who don't know what they want to do, they're not going to go to a school like NAS, right?
It could also possibly, Kimmy, be that they know Tommy Muley lives in the
staying
backyard
away.
of Nazareth.
I walked the campus.
All right, so now that we have this information in front of us,
Yes.
everybody knows it, right? Do you look at the U of R as the smartest college in Rochester?
Well, I guess it would be up there.
So U of R grads would be the smartest graduates in Rochester.
I guess based on that, yeah.
How many U of R graduates do we know in this room combined?
I don't know. I don't know if I know 10 or none.
You know, folks who graduate from the U of R always have some kind of tell that they went to the U of R. Whether it's like one of those denim hats that are so popular or a sticker on the back of their car, like you see it.
I don't know. I mean, I could know some, and I wouldn't even know it.
If I did not know my wife, I would know none U of R grads, which leads me to believe that is the smartest school in Rochester.
So, but I thought she went to school in Pennsylvania.
No, I was saying she did a
Well, that's
residency
the
there.
thing. I know a lot of U of R grads that didn't do their full time at the U of R.
So they transferred in.
They either transferred in, they transferred out. Like they didn't, for whatever reason, they didn't spend all of their time at school there.
But you did go to medical school there.
No, my wife went to medical school at Penn. What I'm saying is my wife did a residency there, but in doing that, became friends with people that graduated from the U of R.
gotcha.
So
Okay.
I know those people.
Okay.
But I'm saying if I didn't
Well, I know you, and I know your wife, so technically, yes.
No,
I
but
know.
my wife, I don't know if you count doing residency as graduating from the U of R.
You'd have to ask your wife.
I don't want to do that because then it's going to be like I haven't been paying attention for 15 years.
I wonder how many people who grew up here in Rochester, like what the percentage of Rochester residents are that go to the U of R.
None listening to
Because
this show.
I feel like it's a lot of international students, people from outside of town that end up at the U of
A lot of
R.
people
Maybe
from
that's
India,
why we
right?
don't always know a lot of people.
Why?
It's just based on all the restaurants.
Why?
I thought it was like a lot of kids from India go to that area.
What's that area?
The area over there. The college area.
There's a lot of international.
College town. I know there's a lot of international. It seems like Asia.
Talking awfully fast all of a sudden, buddy.
I'm not trying to be derogatory. I'm just saying I think a lot of Asian people are smart and go to college.
You really helped the situation by stating I'm not trying to be derogatory. Oh, you think I'm being derogatory, but I'm not.
I was okay. I'm wrong.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that the RIT and U of R both have a ton of international students, and I would agree. Yes, there are probably more international students at the U of R by percentage than any other college in the greater Rochester area. That being said, Kimmy, going back to your thought of people coming from outside, I would also argue that a lot of people from Rochester, if they end up at the U of R, end up leaving town for their job.
Well, the people I know went into the medical field, so they
Okay,
stayed
that's
in
a
town.
good point. All right.
Seems like the thing to do.
But like when you talk about like U of R grads that stay in Rochester, when you drive around, you see a ton of Brockport and RIT grads. You see the stickers, you see the hats, you see the clothing, you see a pretty decent amount of Fisher and Nazareth grads too. Is it that U of R is just a smaller school? Because it's not a small school. It's a pretty big school, right?
I don't know.
I'm not sure what the.
Because like even people that come from out of town to go to RIT and SUNY Brockport, there are a bunch that stay.
Okay,
Right?
all
They
right.
meet someone, they find a job here.
Sure.
That doesn't seem to be as prominent, and I'm going based on nothing for the
Do
U
you
of
think
R.
most of the people stay here?
No. I'm saying, I'm trying to figure out the reason why you see a large amount of people that identify as RIT grads and as SUNY Brockport grads and as Fisher and Naz grads, but it's harder to find U of R grads bopping around the greater Rochester area. And if I'm wrong, tell me, 252-WCMF, 252-9263. Are you impressed, Tommy, when you hear someone went to a prestigious college?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's got weight.
All right. I mean, the U of R is prestigious.
In this area, but if I never lived here, I wouldn't know what that means.
See, but that's what I mean.
There's certain colleges that just got the rubber
out,
stamp of
yeah.
being like, this is the joint.
Like the obvious ones.
Well, I'll give you one that's not so obvious. Like if in the South, it would be Duke or Vanderbilt.
Those are super obvious, you idiot.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but
they
like
call
if-
Vanderbilt the Harvard of the South.
Right. So if you told me you went to Duke, I would be, yeah, man, that's impressive.
Okay, I have a question because I think that this may be in your head and you're just not saying it out loud. Do you think that person was smart enough to get into school at that school, or do you think they came from rich parents?
Rich parents.
Okay, but you came from rich parents. What does that make you?
I wasn't going all the way up to Duke.
Oh, the parents got him in.
No, he got a job from his buddy Duke at the grocery store, and his buddy Duke was a chocolate lab. Owned that baked bean company.
Oh, yeah.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. I cannot believe you just said, no, I'll talk prestigious colleges, ones you don't think of. 2 of the most prestigious colleges in America.
You wouldn't think of Southern colleges
Yes.
as being prestigious off the bat.
Vanderbilt and Duke, no.
You would start at Harvard. You would
Okay.
go Ivy League.
Fine.
And then you would get down to the South.
No, I would.
And by the way, in the South, it's pretty few and far between.
What, prestigious colleges?
Yeah.
I
I wouldn't even say William & Mary's a Southern college.
No, I would agree with you there. But it also makes sense because we've been, like, the North
Yes.
has been around longer.
Right.
Therefore, there are longer institutions.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, I
That makes
understand.
sense. This is how you know we didn't go to
Their
college.
Ivy is much shorter in the South, even though they have a longer growing season.
No, but if I met someone that went to Duke or went to Vanderbilt, I would be impressed that they went to Duke or Vanderbilt.
I would.
No, let me blow
But
your
I can't
mind.
think of any other Southern school you could tell me that, that you went there and I'd be, damn. You got into Ole Miss.
Is Mississippi a good school?
No, it's in Mississippi.
Is Mississippi a state school or private school?
No, it's Mississippi State.
University is a state school. So Ole Miss is private.
Yeah.
Okay. Is private
Yeah,
always better?
We don't keep it that way. So. We don't want your northern loudmouth walking around our fine campus.
We got Instagram messages coming in. We got folks waiting on hold. A lot of people seem mad at us.
About college?
Well, Danny writes us first.
People get so damn weird about college like it's their family.
Well, it is. It becomes
It
your
ain't
family.
your goddamn family.
Danny writes us on Instagram, Duffy at WCMF. He says, I know plenty of stupid people that went to the U of R. And SUNY Brockport also on the list. My friend was a C student in high school. He made it into Brockport. This list is so screwed up. There's only 6 colleges in town. All but one made the list.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right,
yeah.
Yeah.
Can't just walk into a... Okay. 252 WCMF. We had asked, you see a lot of a lot of RIT grads still bopping around town. A lot of SUNY Brockport, Nass, Fisher. It seems further and far between.
Okay.
God, we're dumb. To find the U of R, which is the hardest college according to this list to get into. John says, we don't know what we're talking about.
Okay.
He's on CMF. Hey, Johnny boy, straighten us out.
No, I was just saying, if you start looking at national rankings, I know where this is a local, you're talking about Rochester, but if you look at national rankings, I mean, U of R is a top 30 school in the country. It's extremely hard to get to, and it has a high outside of Rochester population. I believe the student body of U of R is less than 1% in the local area.
So, there, stupid.
What?
He wasn't even listening, and he made a
Not
valid
listening
point.
all that. It's over my head.
That was it. He just said it's a top 30 school. It's a pretty basic.
He doesn't. Well, he's just saying that. He doesn't know.
John, are you a U of R grad?
I'm not, but I went through this with my kids, when we were searching schools and everything, and my son didn't go to the U of R, but was accepted at the U of R and was one of his top 5 to pick from, even though we're local. But we've gone through all the rankings and met with all these schools. I mean, you talk about the schools down south. I mean, my son is actually a senior at Duke this year, and I mean, the U of R is a fantastic school.
All right, so your son went to Duke.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's impressive.
Well, according to Tommy, it's one of the best schools that you wouldn't
I don't know if
think
you've heard of it. Yeah.
Well, it is a top Southern school.
They couldn't even get a coach whose name you could say phonetically.
Oh, yeah.
John, thanks for the call, buddy. Have a good rest of the day. All right, let's talk to someone who went to the U of R.
There you go.
We'll get to the bottom of this.
Okay.
Dave is on CMF. Hey, Dave, how are you, buddy?
Hey, Duffy, how are you?
Good, man. What do you got?
There's actually a decent chunk of U of R grads here, but from my personal friend group of like 5 guys when I graduated U of R, 2 of us are still in town, 3 of us have split. One's in Ohio, 2 are working in D.C., making a lot of money.
Okay, so Dave, what did you go to school? What did you go to the U of R for?
I got my degree in environmental science.
Okay, and you stuck in town.
He's broke. You broke ass, man.
Are you from here, Dave?
Of course he is.
I am, yeah. I grew up
Married
in
here, gonna die here. Broke man. Broke, educated man with your boys down in D.C. living it up on your dime.
Dave, you said you graduated from where?
East High.
Okay. Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh,
You went to the
got
U of R.
East, man.
All right, so Dave, how old are you now, buddy?
I am 54.
Oh, you're 54
And
years
he
old.
owns 2 leather sport coats.
No, he's in environmental
I do not.
sciences. He would not do that. All right, so Dave, I mean, it's more affordable when you were there compared to what it is now. If I could go back to 18-year-old you, right, and show you 54-year-old you today now, would you have spent the money for the degree that you got, or would you make a different decision?
I would not have, because 90% of the people I work with went to state schools and paid a quarter of what I paid. And my daughter actually applied to U of R and got in, but like the $75,000 a year it is to go to the U of R now is just versus the 16 it was when I went. It's just ridiculous.
So where did she end up, Dave?
She ended up at SUNY Binghamton.
Go Bearcats.
Yeah, but she got her master's from the U of R. So
no big deal, Tommy.
So we're still a U of R family.
Dave, thanks for the call, man. Have a good rest of the day.
Thanks, you too. Bye-bye.
There goes environmental Dave.
It would be shocking if you went there and then to see that number in front of you when you're an adult, knowing you may have to pay for it again.
That is $7,400. That's $300,000 undergrad.
To go to the U of R.
U of R.
For your undergrad.
$300,000.
And you ain't got a job yet.
No, that's undergrad.
Yeah.
If you go to the U of R,
Depending on what you go for.
You're not stopping at 4. You're going on to get further paper. That's
But
why
I had to spend more money.
Yeah, how do you?
Well, yeah,
I give this school almost $400,000
Yeah,
and I'm
man.
not done.
That's how it
What
works.
a rip!
Where have you been?
I should get all the education I want in them 4 years.
You should walk over there and talk to him. Hey, excuse me, pardon me.
What is scamola?
Going back to being impressed by
What?
colleges people went to, right? Like Ivy League's a big deal. You brought that up.
Yeah, number one.
But even you can make the argument locally that's less impressive. For example, Kimmy, Cornell is 90 minutes away?
Mm-hmm.
Very impressive school. Tommy craps on Cornell all the time.
I don't crap on it.
Oh, you go farm college?
I said it's low Ivy.
Okay.
Which it is.
Okay, still Ivy, whatever.
It is.
I had always been impressed by those named colleges until I met my wife.
That you may want to rephrase
I'm
that.
going to explain.
Or finish the sentence.
Can I finish the sentence without you pouncing?
Sorry. Continue.
I told you my wife went to Penn for medical school.
And that's a
Ivy League.
Yeah.
She never talks about it. Never talked about it. Like did not own a single thing that said
But
Penn on it.
that's because she's class.
Well, I don't know, or it's not.
I got a buddy that parked his car at MCC and doesn't shut up about it.
That was a good 14 days I spent over there.
Not for them.
It wasn't until I bought her stuff that said Penn on it,
Yeah.
10 years into our relationship, that she even owned an article of clothing. If I went to an Ivy League school, every piece of clothing I owned, you would say
You turn into Lance Duffy.
Ivy Lance. I can't even imagine what Ivy League
Lance.
Lance
If you
would
went
look
to
like.
Ivy League school,
Yeah.
everybody that went there would want their money back. If I walked in and you're sitting there with your dumb, loud mouth, I'm going, what's going on here? They lowered some standards.
Is that what?
Or
I'd
this
be
is
like,
a Make-A-Wish kid.
I'd be like, hey, this is supposed to be a good school.
He's
but
dying and he wants us to be in Ivy League for one day.
Now that you say that, though,
Shoot him.
and maybe it's because I know
Is this
people.
you?
Now that you say that, and maybe it's because I know people that went there for like to these Ivy League schools as for grad schools. I don't know a lot of them that wear the gear or even talk about it or brag about it.
Because they're class people.
But it could be maybe because they didn't spend as much time there, or it's just
Yeah, my wife didn't.
not top of mind.
She didn't go to undergrad.
Yeah, but
so-
she doesn't have anything to prove. She's a doctor.
Well, she also went. She went to the University of Delaware for undergrad. She does not pay attention to that at all.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't mention it. She doesn't watch the sports teams, anything like
Yeah.
that. Joe Flacco, starting quarterback for the Browns.
Wait, he went to Delaware?
UD grad, buddy. UD. Go Blue Hens.
Wait, they're a hen?
Yeah, they're the Hens. Bro, it's Delaware. Nobody cares.
It's a hen.
Delaware's barely a state.
Go Hens.
I don't think they say it like that.
How would they say it?
Go Hens.
All right. Or they just call themselves the Hens. Hens.
Let's take a break.
All right.
We are super late
Okay.
talking
And
about
dumb.
like
We're dumb.
Yeah, we're late and dumb and ugly. There is a bar that is closing its doors.
Oh, man.
But according to them, it's not because they weren't doing the right business. And it's interesting because, Kimmy, it seems like bars have to have a theme now when they open up to be successful.
They have to have some kind of catch, right?
And this one,
Stand out.
I didn't think, Kimmy, enough people in this town would be interested in what they were doing. But we'll get into it next here in the break room on CMF. So the more unique the bar, the more successful the bar is going to be.
Okay.
Because despite the fact that this place is closing, they're not closing due to poor business, they're saying. In fact, they're looking for another place to open up.
Oh. Then why are they closing?
You're hanging out in the break room, Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5 WCMF. Tommy, are you familiar with the Spirit Room?
I am not.
It is a bar. Kimmy, where is the Spirit Room?
I don't think it's that far from us. It's
it's right around.
It's like a couple blocks away.
Okay, so it is on State Street. You're right.
Yeah.
The bar is described as having craft cocktails, art, poetry, music, and spirits of all kind. They are also known for tarot readings and more.
So it's like a hipster joint.
It's a little witchy, you know.
You think they'd have seen this coming?
Oh!
That's the only reason I wanted to do this break. We can get out of this break now. We're done. So they say that the reason they are closing is not because of lack of business. Their landlord has refused to renew their lease, and that Airbnb and the apartments above is what led to the closure.
All right, so the landlord was to go get them out.
I guess. So
All
they're
right.
looking for a new space, and they want to keep doing more performances and stuff like that. So if you are a fan of the Spirit Room, their last day in business will be Saturday, September 27th during the Fringe Festival.
All right.
It used to be you could just open up a place that served alcohol in this town and put some crazy crap on the walls.
Yes.
Get a couple of good bartenders, and you'd be fine.
Mhm.
But, Kimmy, the more we look at new bars that are opening and restaurants, there is a standard theme, whether it is Tiki Bar that we see opening over.
I think people they're trying to grab your attention with, something that maybe you haven't experienced here before.
All right.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Or
it's rare to find here, at least.
Here's what I don't understand is I get that if you are into what we are describing in the Spirit Room here, you may be drawn to that,
Yeah.
right? But does it help you, Kimmy, when you specifically focus on one?
Like, are you bringing in new people or people that wouldn't otherwise be in?
Exactly, because
that, or are you
let's-
just drawing the people that are
So a
already
novelty.
interested in it?
Let's use a place like Jeremiah's, for
Yeah.
example, right? Like everyone can go to Jeremiah's and feel welcome. I mean, like,
But it's
there's
a
not-
neighborhood joint.
Exactly. There's not like a specific reason.
There's no hook.
Yeah, good wings.
Yeah.
But if I go to the Tiki Bar, it's going to draw a certain type of person. If I go to the Spirit Room, it's going to draw a certain type of person.
Okay.
If I go to Lux, which has been around forever,
Yeah.
right? I mean, they're welcoming to everybody, but like there's a certain type of person you think in your head goes to Lux.
A regular.
It's weird that those more, how do I put this? Niche bars
Yeah.
have had such success when they are fishing in a shallower pool of customers.
Yeah, but maybe the people that go to those places are so loyal to those places, like that is their one and only spot.
Oh, I thought they kind of moved around and hit all those joints because it kind of caters to them.
Well, but you don't know who goes to those places.
Yeah, I know.
No,
who
you
goes
think
down
hipster
there.
and go Dave Matthews Band.
I was going to say, because I'm thinking, like, when you're in your 20s, you bounce around different
Yeah.
bars, but as you get older, like, maybe you only find, like, one or two places that you like to go sit down.
Okay.
You like their food or you like their bartender or whatever.
All right.
And that's
Become a
kind of what you
regular.
stick with for a while.
But I wouldn't think these hipster bars have like that many regulars. I always thought they went with the music or, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, this place,
sometimes
the Spirit Room, they do live performances. So maybe
Right.
that's
But,
what
but like the Bug Jar and places, I thought they kind of moved around. Like people went to see check out the music.
Okay. I don't. This place does not seem like a music venue. It seems like an other kind of artistic expression venue.
Well, they do like poetry and stuff?
Yeah, it says
So it's almost like a coffee house.
It says art, poetry, and music along with spirits of all
Right.
time. It's like a coffee house, but they serve booze.
Yeah.
It's, I think they
Like
call those
Love and Cup.
a bar.
Well, Love and Cup did the same thing
Well,
out
they-
there.
Yeah.
What?
But they also serve coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I bet they were a coffee house that served booze.
Yeah, yeah.
Not like Java Joe's, where you can see poetry, but there's no booze. What? What? Say it.
No.
We're doing a radio show.
I'm
Talk.
saying, like, it's just, it's funny to
What?
hear a man, and I'm out of the scene.
So am I.
And no, but I'm saying, I thought I was old and out of the scene. And then I hear you talk
Not
about
like
the
that
scene,
Java Joe's.
and I go, wow, I'm like 12 years old right now. I know everything and you know nothing.
Well, I mean, there was like a joint called Milestones that did all this.
Yeah, I
except the
remember-
Tyro card stuff.
Tyro?
Taro?
Tyro.
Tyro. What do you call them?
Tyro.
Tyro cards? What do you call it?
Tarot cards.
It's like I'll tell you your future. Give me $10.
Tyro cards. It's where Tyrod
I see me getting another $10 in my future.
It's where Tyrod Taylor shows up and gives you the picks for
Now
this
that's
week.
a draw. You would go.
Tyrod.
You would go to the Tyrod.
I do.
Bar.
I would. I love Tyrod Taylor. No, man. You have an idea of the people that go to
Yeah,
these
I
places.
know. I
No,
worked
you
with
don't.
these people.
No, you
man.
didn't. I mean, maybe that's what hipsters
Pale
were.
hipsters, man.
It was always interesting to me, the
Always-
regulars that went to like their regular bar was a theme bar. Like I never think of something that has like that tailors to a certain crowd as like a regular bar for a lot of people. I always thought it was something you hit up like once in a while.
No, I
like
hear
a novelty.
Well, okay, but I will say this. Now, I don't know if you'd consider Lux down on South Avenue one of these bars. I mean, before I went to Lux, I would not consider myself one of those people. But when I was in my early 20s, like that was my spot. I loved hanging out.
He loved getting thrown out of that joint.
But like they didn't have any sports on TV,
Yeah.
which would not be my thing,
Sure.
right? If you looked at a lot of the people walking in and out, they didn't look. But everyone was so nice and welcoming, and a lot of my buddies loved hanging out there. Like that became one of my regular joints.
Yeah, you were not a Lux. You didn't have a Lux look.
What is a Lux look?
Well, you know.
No, I'm asking because you seem to have your ear to the ground.
Go
of
on,
what,
Java Joe.
It's like soft
Please
speaking,
explain.
like soft speaking, soft boys. Like how many times did your jeans get stepped on in that joint? he
a lot
only,
of jeans step.
He had the only pair of jeans that had a train.
No, because
he looked like Lady Di.
This would have been
in
after
denim.
his flappy jean phase.
I was not the only pair of jeans that had a train because there was that one time your mom wore jeans.
Yeah.
Big ass train there, bud.
Really?
Yep.
And
It keeps you running. Oh, it keeps on.
Wait, the Doobies were there?
Yeah, they were. All of them. They were down in Vagina Grove. Oh, Vagina Grove. And he's dead. Well, before he recovers, we're going to take a break. I mean, look, good for the Spirit Room for finding their people.
Yeah, maybe they can find a new spot.
Exactly. We want nothing
Best
but
of luck.
We want nothing but success for local
Yes.
businesses.
With your tarot cards and all that good stuff.
The Tyrod Taylor cards. There's another side of this coin, though.
What's that?
There is a business that's been around for almost 8 decades here in Rochester. And the business itself is not open right now.
Oh.
But it may not be because of the business going bad. Because the owner has been in some trouble.
Oh.
And it has nothing to do with the actual business. Because sometimes in Rochester, there is a place that is so iconic, so beloved, so unique, that you could really want to go to that place and spend your money. But
So it's like bulletproof almost.
Well, it would be bulletproof if it weren't for the actions of the owner.
Yeah, but that would stop you from going?
Well, that's the question. We'll get into it next here in the break room on CMF. It's important to support local business, Tommy.
Yeah.
And one of the best parts about local business is you get to know the folks who actually own
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
We like to believe that the people who run our bars, sell us cars, run little shops, that they're all good people.
Mm-hmm.
Just hardworking, God-fearing Americans like the rest of us. But when that may not be the case, it could create a little bit of an ethical dilemma.
Ooh, the dark underbelly of society.
Hanging out
That's all the words I have.
You're hanging
at the moment.
You're hanging out in the break room, Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5 WCMF. By the way, we have a pair of tickets to see Heart.
Okay.
They're coming to CMAC August 29th, courtesy of the Bowery Presents. Those tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. Do not call right now.
Mhm.
Not now. But if you want to see Heart, if I were you, I would wait a little bit longer.
Okay.
Wink.
Well, you can wink at it.
Yeah, obviously.
Nice girls.
Yeah, they enjoy it.
Good people.
Yeah. Don't wink too much. I mean, then it'll make
Creep
you look
them
like a
out.
creep. Yeah. We'll get you those Heart tickets in just a little while here in the break room on CMF. Jackson's Bakery in Greece is an institution.
Yeah.
It's been serving up baked goods for almost 80
Amazing.
years. Yeah. But recently, things have gotten rough. It started a few months ago when the store closed for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
And the owner went on Facebook and said they did not have enough employees to run the shop, and that's why they had to close.
Okay.
And I hear no one wants to work anymore, so that checks out. Then the bakery opened back up. But they shut down again after a crazy set of circumstances.
What happened?
Last month, a customer went to go pick up an order, and she got there a little bit before the place opened. When she knocked on the door, she found the owner sleeping on a mattress inside the locked bakery.
Dude is dedicated.
Like a mattress on the ground.
Yeah, but that's what you got to do to stay in business these days, buddy.
Keep
at it.
She called the health department.
Yeah.
They went in to investigate. So the restaurant was shut down due to a bunch of stuff they found. Apparently they found, according to reports, multiple mattresses.
Okay.
Cats, cat hair, mouse droppings. They also said, according to a report, that when they showed up the health department the first time, the owner would not let them in.
Okay.
That they had to come back when he wasn't there, and employees let them in to shut the place down. And the story, Tommy, just gets worse from here.
So what happened?
The owner of Jackson's Bakery, a 35-year-old man who bought it back in 2021, he was a longtime employee, according to the DNC.
Yeah.
He's been getting into all kinds of trouble outside of the bakery.
A lot of different things going on.
Yeah, according to police. Earlier this summer, he was arrested in Ontario County after police say he was driving a stolen van, was in possession of 2 stolen credit cards, and had what police believe to be cocaine.
Oh. Okay.
He was arrested again this week
Oh, for what?
after police say he stole a different car from the Stone Road area of Greece, which, if I'm not mistaken, is like down the street from where Jackson's Bakery is.
I think so.
All right, keeping it local.
Well, I'm just saying, you could have walked from where you stole the car.
Yeah.
That investigation, the stolen car investigation, has been going on since July. So just to ensure everyone listening is on the same page, the owner of this beloved bakery,
Yeah.
according to the health department, was living in the bakery, and it was so gross they had to shut it down. While that's been happening, he is accused of possessing 2 stolen credit cards, and in separate incidents, possessing 2 stolen cars, and in separate incidents, along with stolen credit cards and potentially cocaine. As of now, the bakery remains closed, but there is nothing that says it's closed for good.
Well, somebody had to come in and buy it.
Unless this guy turns it around. Is that him trying to start up that stolen car? So far this story is sad.
Yeah.
Here's where it gets borderline funny. People have started popping up online saying they miss Jackson Bakery.
Sounds like it was a pretty popular place.
Well, 80
before
years
all this
in
stuff
business.
went down. Yeah.
And Kimmy,
Yeah.
there were folks asking, open it up again so they can go get all the stuff that they love. And they're asking this actual owner, who, by the way, is out right now. He's got court dates coming up, but he's
Okay.
not locked up as far as we know. Would a criminal owner keep you away from your favorite business? I mean, keeping in mind, in this case, everything
Yeah.
is just an allegation right now.
Right.
So let's say everything's cleaned up. The buns are back, baby.
Oh, big buns.
They're back.
Yeah.
But this history is still hanging over the store.
Yeah.
Yes, you got it.
I don't think it hurts something like a bakery business,
So
right?
that wouldn't stop you from shopping at that
No.
store.
Like, if it looks beautiful again and everything's good, what would it hurt?
Okay,
You're putting money in that guy's pocket. I guess that's the ethical dilemma there.
But do you
could
care?
also argue, the people running the place, they deserve to get paid.
You mean the employees?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
they're still doing a good job if that's the case,
But, I mean, every dime that's left over is going into the owner's
Right.
pocket. So you would see no ethical dilemma for
No.
frequenting a store of a man who
I
has
just
been
want. I
accused of
just
these
want what
crimes.
I want. Like when you and I did comedy on the road, We worked with some of these club owners that were obviously criminals.
Yeah, the road.
And we took their money, bro, and we didn't think anything about it. Matter of fact, like, we would get rebooked in those joints.
Okay, good point.
That there was all kind of stuff out in the open that I would be shocked, but I needed to work.
No, you're right. There was one guy that tried to pay me in cocaine because he didn't have cash, and I went back and worked for him again. I didn't take the cocaine, by the way. I insisted I get money.
Oh, we never leave cocaine on the table.
Yeah,
What
man. I didn't do cocaine.
You're in
Two,
show business.
I was in Michigan.
He also needed money.
I was in Michigan.
You could have flipped that coke.
I'm going to transfer. I've never sold drugs in my
I
life.
know 10 guys that would have bought that coke off.
19 years old. I'm going to take cocaine across state lines from Michigan.
Back in the day, everybody was doing it.
That wasn't that. That was like 2008. So
but we work with some scumbags.
No, you're right. And look, you're right. It would be hypocritical of me to say I'm not going to frequent this criminal's business when I was working for legitimate criminals, right? But here's the thing. You want to think, I want everyone to think, listening right now, of your favorite mom and pop place. If you found out the owner was arrested.
A dirty pop.
Yeah, for the allegations we just described, why or why not would that keep you going? Because, Kimmy, I'm feeling hesitation from your side of the room here.
Well, I'm just thinking. I'm thinking of all like the bars and restaurants I've been to in my life where I knew how like you hear terrible stories about the owner, what they've been involved in, what other things they own.
Okay.
And I still went back to those places, so it's hard for me to say I wouldn't go back to this place specifically.
Okay, but we all do dumb things as kids.
I think especially when it comes to food. Like, if that food's good, it's hard to not go back.
Or if it's someplace you really like how they do your, like, I go to the shoe guy and I got my dry cleaner.
Yeah.
And they're both mom and pop.
No, just like all the hot, cool kids these days, he goes to a cobbler and a dry cleaner.
I can't think.
He won't eat
relatable stuff.
Kimmy, he won't eat a cobbler, but he goes to the cobbler.
But he's good.
Unlike his mom, who's a cobbler. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And she was good too. And those are unique jobs that are going away.
Yeah.
So let's say my shoe guy did something horrible.
I tried to.
So this would be a guy you'd be working with directly too.
I mean, bad.
What are we talking?
Bad.
What? Give me bad.
Wherever your mind
No,
goes.
because your bad and my bad are different bads. Like, what are we talking?
Might be a body.
Wait, he killed somebody.
Maybe. We don't know.
He's accused of killing somebody.
Yeah.
And?
I'm taking my shoes today.
You're not. You cannot seriously tell me you're going to take your shoes to a man who's been accused of killing someone.
Yes, I would.
Why?
Because, first of all, it's hard to find a good shoe guy.
It's hard to find a good cobbler.
Nobody wants a shoe. Nobody wants a shoe. And dry cleaning?
Dry cleaning you could find anywhere.
Yeah, there's 1,000 dry cleaners.
I know.
No. Dry cleaning, man, some places suck.
Shut
some
up.
places are good.
You sound like such a 1% arrogant dick.
And let's say my dry cleaner killed somebody.
Yeah.
We don't know because there's no blood evidence because he's a dry cleaner. I'm still going to that guy until he is proven guilty.
That's insane.
What if he's innocent?
What if
I can find something else, I'm finding something else.
I'll go back after he's innocent. And by the way, I know this is the wrong way to think, but you think this way. You think when people are accused of something, they're guilty.
You've
said that on the show before. You've said on the show, when I hear it, they're probably guilty.
But if I like that person, I'm still going to go back.
252 WCMF. We're talking about Jackson's Bakery out in Greece. They're currently closed, despite the fact they've been in business for almost 8 decades. They were shut down by the health department. They opened back up again. But the owner, a 35-year-old man, has been in all kinds of trouble. He's facing charges in 2 separate cases, one in Ontario County. Police say he was driving a stolen van in possession of 2 stolen credit cards and what police believe to be cocaine. He was arrested again this past week after he stole a different car, according to police, from the Stone Road area of Greece, which is around the corner from where Jackson's Bakery is. And we're talking the ethical dilemma of I love your business.
Yeah.
But this person is doing shady stuff outside of the business because people are on Facebook and Instagram saying, I miss Jackson's Bakery. I want Jackson's Bakery to open back up again. I mean, Kimmy, you brought up, there have been a bunch of restaurants that have gone through similar scenarios.
Or you hear things about the owner being a piece of crap. And you'll sometimes hear it like directly from employees.
Yeah, you're right. That's the other weird thing, too, is you will hear people say, I worked for this person.
Yeah.
They treated me terribly. Here's the awful thing they did. You go, oh, that's terrible. And then, like, the next week, you'll be getting a fish fry there.
Yeah. So good. Though.
That's the one that should keep you away. Because that's like having a legitimate effect on people you know.
But it's but that's their story, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Is 1% Tommy showing up again? Why would the boss do bad
And I
things,
think you
Maybe
also,
you're not working hard enough.
Nobody wants the fish fry.
You also kind of justify it in your head by saying, well, if I avoided all business that had anything to do with crime or a piece of crap owner or a piece of crap employees, like you'd have a hard time finding places to go.
That's not true. No, that's not
Like if you
true.
did research on everything
you're gonna find dirt
everywhere
on
you
everybody.
went, it does feel like you could find a bad story.
This is two people justifying why they're trying to come up with an ethical reason.
Yeah, but how much do you know about an owner's personal life of like a big corporation that you shop at?
Okay, counterpoint to that. No, look, I agree with you with the corporation. But counterpoint to that. If it's hard to find information on what pieces of crap people might be, if there are multiple news stories of allegations.
You're saying when it's obvious?
I mean, like, it's out in the open. I mean, you're right. You can only make decisions based on the information you have. But in this case, or any other case where it would be public, you would have the information.
Okay.
You know, you're right, Kimmy. You date a guy that turns out to be a narcissist. It's not your fault. You didn't know. But if you dated 3 friends that, like, that guy's a psycho and you date him yourself afterwards, well, that's your fault.
Sure. I don't know. I think you find ways to justify it, though. Like I said before, I don't want to punish the people that work there because they may work for somebody who sucks.
Poor guy loses his job.
It kind of
hurts the local economy.
You go back and forth in your head.
You know what? Okay, so
What?
the argument.
Those are the faces that you're going to see when you go into that business.
You're right.
And if you develop a relationship with them, you feel like, well, I don't want to hurt them. I mean, they're just here doing a job.
Right.
All right, the argument you're making is valid. I would also worry, sidebar, like working for those people, at least at this age, would make me worry other people thought I was that piece of crap too. You know what I'm saying?
But you think it, dude.
Oh, I don't think so. I think if you walk into a place where you know that owner's a piece of crap.
And you see me coming out.
No, I'm saying if you walked in there, you would assume the owners know, or the other employees either know what's going on and probably are participating in some way, something illegal.
Oh.
Am I wrong?
It could be.
No, yeah, Cole could be.
I just want to see. I just want my shoes done.
Well, let's think about comedy clubs again, right? You
Oh
brought up
my
comedy.
God, the worst.
Every employee in those places,
Bro.
criminals, right?
Bums.
Not the truth. Not the truth. But you assumed because everyone knew what was going on.
Bro. Comedy clubs in particular, everybody had a scuzzy past. Everybody.
That is not true.
Are you kidding me, man?
Dead ass serious, man.
Man, there was deep scuzz. One of the best bartenders.
The points you make are valid, Kimmy. I think the biggest problem in frequenting these businesses where we know the owners might be a little sketch, it's impossible to replace nostalgia. Like every mom and pop place in Rochester has a menu that cannot be replicated.
Yeah.
It just tastes a little bit different than everywhere else. And we may be at the point now where we've seen enough of these mom and pop bakeries, restaurants, whatever, close, that we understand, we're starting to realize once they go, they're gone
Gotta
forever.
keep them in business.
That's it.
Exactly. Like, you're never going to get that pizza or baked good or sandwich ever again. So, yes, I may be supporting someone financially accused of a bunch of crimes, but have you had their day now?
Yeah. I think it's also complicated, too, because a lot of the businesses you're talking about, maybe like the next generation took over. So, son, daughter, grandkid. And if that grandkid's an ass, but you loved like the previous owners. Well, I still love the that guy might suck, but the family's good people, and then you have to deal with that.
Number one family.
You know, it's so funny. One bad meal at most places will turn people off, and I'm never going back here again. But we will all do mental gymnastics to find a way when there's obvious red flags, to keep going back to places we like to go.
True.
So, I don't know, man. I mean, it's not the first business owner we've seen in the news for allegations. It won't be the last.
Go and enjoy. Don't ask too many questions.
That's how you know it's good. We got tickets to go see Heart, buddy.
Nice.
No criminals in the music industry.
No. Good folk.
Caller 8-252-WCMF 252-9263. Pair of tickets to see Heart at CMAC August 29th, courtesy of the Bowery Presents. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. But again, you can win them at this moment thanks to Tommy Muley. 8th caller, 252-WCMF. Heart at CMAC. Best of luck from your friends here on CMF. Everyone loves free stuff, Tommy?
Yeah, give it to me, buddy.
People will do extreme things for free stuff. Like, for example, what this woman downstate is accused of doing for a T-shirt.
For a T-shirt?
And it's even the way the T-shirts...
She get nasty?
Bro, it's the nasty... No, I'm not talking
I mean,
sexual.
she do something nasty for
No,
her?
I'm not talking sexual nasty.
Oh.
This is one of your biggest bugaboos.
Oh.
And, Kimmy, the delivery system for the T-shirt is what especially makes people go insane. Because when one of these things gets pulled out, oh, my God.
Oh.
Next here at the break room. Let's CMF. People do stupid stuff.
Oh, sure.
Free things.
Mm.
But there is one specific situation in free where it gets borderline dangerous every time it happens. And there is a woman who is on the run right now that police are searching for because of what she did, attempting to get a free T-shirt from this. You're hanging out in the break room. Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5. WCMF. We just gave our first pair of Heart tickets away. Kimmy, who's going to see Heart?
Austin's parents.
Okay. Austin's parents.
Why would Austin not want to go see Heart? They're like arguably the
He's
greatest.
a little young, so I get it.
But no, I think you would be won over. They're like
Well,
the
maybe
greatest.
he's going with a parent. I don't know.
They're one of the greatest female rock groups of all time.
Yeah, they are.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, congratulations, Austin's parents. You're going to CMAC to see Heart. We will have more Heart tickets available tomorrow. Again, those tickets are on sale. They're coming to CMAC on sale at Ticketmaster.com. A concert event downstate turned into a crime scene after the arrival of a T-shirt cannon.
The cannon?
All right, so the show was a Devo tribute band.
Oh, what?
Yes. Apparently there was a Devo tribute band. They just play Whip It 15 times.
So is Devo making some kind of weird comeback? Because there's a Devo documentary on Netflix.
It's called the Devo-mentary.
Yes.
I don't know.
All right. So
I just had a soft spot for Devo.
I didn't think this was coming. Okay.
All right, so Devo cover band is playing. It was on a beach downstate, and it's one of those free bring your family, hang out, you can buy food from food trucks kind of thing. So as part of the show, they brought out T-shirt cannons to fire T-shirts into the crowd. And the T-shirt was fired out, and the T-shirt was grabbed, according to the story, by a 6-year-old kid. Apparently, a 57-year-old woman near the kid wanted that T-shirt real bad.
So this is where it goes south?
You got it.
Okay.
According to reports, the 57-year-old woman began to battle him for the T-shirt and eventually got it from him.
So they're playing tug of war with this T-shirt.
You got
like a little kid.
But not before, according to reports, the 57-year-old woman bit the 6-year-old in the arm to get the T-shirt.
Bite that kid.
So bite him. Bite him now.
Real good.
Why does Devo have a southern accent?
Oh,
Okay, so according to sources,
yeah,
the child had to be treated by medics.
Oh my God, this is so gross.
The woman, the 57-year-old woman, was able to get away with her T-shirt. Police say they have a suspect in the matter, and it will just be a matter of time before she's arrested.
Can you imagine how nasty an old 56-year-old woman's nasty mouth is at a free beach Devo cover band concert?
Keep in mind, she was also willing to fight a 6-year-old to get that.
That has to be that's got to be the nastiest bite there is.
So I get that people do stupid stuff.
This is horrible.
Yeah, I mean, it's horrific. She bit a kid.
She bit a kid. This kid's going to remember this day for the rest of his life.
That's a great point. That is a traumatic kid
I
experience.
got bit at 6. That's staying with me.
He's going to go hide every time a T-shirt cannon comes out.
You won't be able to make out with a chick.
Or you're like sexually attracted to 57-year-old women for the rest of your life. I don't know why, but she does it for me, Ma.
Kiss that bitch.
And you know a lot
Nasty ass bitch.
Kimmy doesn't know what you're doing.
It's a great tune.
It is a good tune. That music video is weird as hell.
Well, yeah, it was meant to be. Though. Yeah, come on. I mean, they made it in Akron, Ohio.
Tommy's dropping all the Devo facts.
I know.
It's amazing how much I know about this band with one hit.
It's not out of the question that we've seen an adult in this situation where a kid gets knocked over or it looks bad because they're taking it out of a kid's hands. But to like actively know that you're about to hurt a child.
You went full pit bull on this kid.
Yeah, you're right. You can't accidentally bite somebody.
Yeah.
No.
And she's going to be arrested. She's going to be arrested for biting a 6-year-old. And like, not only is that like
Over a T-shirt.
It's a standard
You
crime.
don't even know what the T-shirt looks like yet.
Well, but it's a Devo cover band. How are people going to know I saw the Devo cover band if I don't have the Devo cover band T-shirt? So working in this industry, having to do like appearances at bars and restaurants
We've done them,
and concerts, right? We know that people will do really stupid stuff.
Yes, they will.
For free. That being said, the pinnacle of insanity of free is anytime a T-shirt cannon comes out.
It's amazing.
If I were president of the United States of America, I would try and pass a law that banned T-shirt cannons because never is anything good when a T-shirt cannon comes out. It just turns off all logic in people's
Everybody
brains.
lunges at once.
Yes.
But how do you feel about the T-shirt slingshot? Because we've seen that go wrong
Same
too.
concept.
Same thing. If the T-shirt is being launched in any way,
Yeah, you're just hurling stuff into the crowd. It never goes well.
Like, people just lose all inhibitions, and they dive, and they fight. and
people
they,
get hurt.
Yeah. They claw. And you will watch grown-ass people fight each other. You'll watch women fight women fight men fight women, people fight children. There's a donkey in there for some reason. Like, you should not own a T-shirt cannon.
But they are cool.
Okay.
To look at.
No, I got it.
We all stand up and wave our hands in the air when it comes out.
Like, to shoot one is fun.
We own a T-shirt can in the company, right?
We do?
I think we do.
Yeah, we just don't have T-shirts. We have the only T-shirt cannon that fires blanks.
I think it's in the garage. Like, if you want to play with it, I think we can get it.
There might be an old Wii shirt still jammed in that thing.
Those things are also way more powerful than you think.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, don't get close.
Right? Like, if you go to, like, a basketball game, they can fire it from the floor into the second deck, which also always makes me nervous because if you short that shot, someone's going over that
Reach
deck.
too far.
Yes, and they're
Yeah, you
falling.
could, like, JFK that guy.
It's not what I...
My God.
Well, not... Yeah. Horrible story, of course.
252-WCMF, 252-9263. We got messages coming in on Instagram. Duffy at WCMF, the easiest way to get us. Connor writes.
No, what's Connor say?
People go nuts for free stuff. I had a person elbow me in the face for a foul ball at a Red Wings game when I was 8. The foul ball, all rules go out the window for the foul ball. Especially
you
when
give
it's,
you give an adult a pass on that one?
only because I almost broke my ribs diving for a foul ball in
Okay.
D.C. last summer.
I don't know. You could just let it go.
Yes,
I know.
it's a ball that nobody cares about.
I care about it, and this is your moment. This is your moment. You've been waiting for this your whole life. It's a real, authentic Major League Baseball. It's coming right at me.
But you got to give it to a kid if you catch it. You're just about the catch.
All right, no. If it
yes,
bounces,
yes,
no,
yes.
hold on.
If
Here's,
there's a little boy standing next to you,
yeah.
he's got his glove on, and he just missed out because you reached over him to catch the ball.
That's a dick.
You have to give him the ball.
Yes, you do.
Here's the international rule of foul balls and kids.
Yeah.
All right, and this has been approved by NATO. I want you to know that.
Right.
If I catch the foul ball in the air,
Yeah.
I keep that ball. That ball is mine. If it bounces and I recover it, yes, then I have to give it to a kid. But if I make the athletic move to physically catch it in the air, that is my ball. I take that ball home.
No, I think you have to give it to the nearest kid.
No.
Yes.
No.
Because, like, nobody's
Yes.
impressed that you caught the ball because
The whole crowd cheers, Gibby.
No,
You've seen
see,
it.
there's a whole group of professionals down there that are doing that all night long.
And they've got a glove
You
and they-
lucking out catching one is not that impressive.
People will cheer, I guess, if it's like if you one-handed.
Don't drop the beer
or
with the kid.
if you catch it in your beer or something. Nobody cares if you
No,
reach up with your glove and catch the
yeah.
ball.
No, okay, no, I'm saying you're right.
Barehanded, nothing.
No, you're right. Barehanded. A glove, fine. You got to give it to the kid. If you bare hand catch it, I don't care how you do it, 2 hands, 1 hand, whatever. You keep that ball, and people always cheer. They always cheer, even at Red Wings games.
Yeah, they'll
Nobody's-
cheer for the
nobody's
catch.
cheering,
You got to
man.
hand it off.
No, I
The
thought
pride comes with the catch of the ball. You don't care about that ball afterwards.
No, but then I get to bring the ball home and I
Because
put it
y'all
out.
think it's going to be worse sometime.
No, I don't.
You could give it to your kid.
No, because they're going to ruin it.
That
That's
doesn't count. I think you got to give it to a stranger kid.
No, wait. If I have my
No,
kids
if
with
he
me,
has
my
his
kids
kids, he
get
gives
the
it to
ball.
his
No, you have to go
kid.
find another
No,
kid.
I'm not going
you
to
don't
pass
hand it-
over
no,
my kid. What a stupid take.
I would bypass my own child
You don't have. This is why you don't have children. This is why God would not let you have children.
because I bypass.
So your grandson sitting next to you, you're not going to hand it to your grandson?
If
Grandpa
my
Tommy,
wife-
can I have the ball? No, we give it to strangers.
Yes, that's a good teachable moment.
What? You don't get anything
Yeah.
from the most
You
spoiled?
get nothing.
252 WCMF. A woman from downstate is on the run from the police right now after they say while at a free Devo cover band concert on a beach, they pulled out a T-shirt cannon, started firing T-shirts in the crowd. A 6-year-old got a hold of one of those T-shirts. This 57-year-old woman really wanted it, started struggling with the 6-year-old for the free T-shirt. Police say she bit him on the arm. He had to be treated by medics. The woman got away with the T-shirt, but they say they know who the suspect is. If she's arrested, do you think they let her keep the T-shirt?
Yeah, let her have
She
it.
probably has it. And it
Yeah.
probably has blood on it now.
Well, that would be the ultimate.
Child's blood.
The ultimate poetic justice would be if they
Took the T-shirt
take
away.
the T-shirt and give it back to the 6-year-old.
Right in front of her, right in front of her face.
Yeah, and they would make her give the T-shirt back to the kid on camera. Like if
Yeah.
I'm a parent,
I like that punishment.
I'll drop the charges, but you on camera have to apologize to my kid and give them the T-shirt.
All right.
Actually, no, I take it back. You bit my kid. I'm not dropping the charges. All right. So the lesson we learned here.
Stay away from free Devo concerts.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
We come back, we wrap it up, we tell you what we're doing about next here in the break room on CMF. Hey, it's going to be Rapperoo.
Howdy, hum day, Rapperoo.
For a Wednesday Break Room CMF that makes tomorrow a Thursday. You know what that means?
Oh, I know what we're doing tomorrow, buddy.
What's that?
We bitching it out.
That's right. We got a Bitch Voice Theater coming at you just after 7 o'clock. We also have another pair of tickets to Heart coming to CMAC soon. I don't know the paper.
Okay.
But it's going to be a great show. I promise.
Oh, of course.
So check all that stuff out. And a whole bunch of more fun stuff back here tomorrow here in the Break Room on CMF. For Kimmy, who doesn't care if you're a criminal, she will continue to purchase things at your local business.
I mean, if they're good cookies, they're good cookies.
Atta girl.
For Tom. Ew.
What? I can't say that. That's nasty.
Just a bad combo.
It really
there.
is.
What? Cookies and girls?
Cookies
and girls. Cookies and girls.
For Tommy Muley, who said into a microphone sincerely that if he found out his dry cleaner murdered a guy, that would not keep him from using him as a dry
Former shoe man.
My name is Pat Duffy. We will see you back here tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. in the Break Room on 96.5 WCMF.